Hello? Are we live? Are we live? What's up, chat? What's up, everyone? Crawling in. How are we doing? Checking if we're good. Got a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about today. Apparently the most crazy night of all time happened last night. Stuff with Boogie's cancer. Low tier god leaks. His entire life got leaked. I don't even know anything about that. We're gonna go over all of it. I'm just pulling up a couple things here. But wow. Wow. What's up, chat? What's up, Dag? What's up, Egg Picker? How you guys doing? Holy shit. What a fucking night. I kind of want to just jump into it super fast. But I'm going to let some people come in. I might even play a song for you guys or something. Sweet, sweet victory, you know? Apparently Keemstar quit the show. I've heard that Boogie's left the internet. It's actually insane. So how's my mic sound? Sound good? Sound good, everyone? Total Connor W. Lolcow boomers on S-Watch. Okay. Total Boogie Death. Well, I don't know. We're going to watch. I was able to catch some of the stream. I was asleep for most of it, you know. So I saw some of it. I know some of the lore. But we're going to watch it mostly fresh. So it's going to be a good stream. I have to do it live. I could make a video on it, but I'm like, I want to just watch it live. I want to watch and react to it live, you know? So, okay, let me switch over. Boogie got me banned from LOLCOW, so last night was perfection. I've been banned from LOLCOW long before you young whippersnappers. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, dude. That's that's nuts. What's up, 77R? All right, let me go ahead and switch over. I've got this pulled up. So I know what happened is, let me check as long as the chat's working too. Should show up there. So I heard that there's a whole bunch of forced trauma that I don't even care about from the night before with Boogie complaining about, what was it? What was he complaining about? Something with the payments or some bullshit with the trip, and then Keemstar was forced crying about it. Some fake forced trauma happened. They talked about that for like the first 40 minutes of the stream. I didn't even bother watching it. But then I guess Destiny came in and swiped in, and then we've got this total insanity. Haven't posted in a week. The L daily video streak. Dude, the daily video streak died. I did stream 3 days in a row. Then I had to skip 2 days. Bunch of IRL shit, but now I'm back. So I'm hoping I can chop this up to a VOD. I might just post as a VOD. Or maybe I'll just do daily streams instead of videos, who knows. But tipster of Muta gives a nigger kid a Boogie. Wow. So the title of the video is Boogie's faked cancer for 2 years. Holy shit. Keem did it perfectly, pretending to quit, then dropping bombs. I guess we're gonna find out. So apparently he sideswipes Destiny, and I'm just gonna start watching, to be honest. I'm gonna start watching, and I'll give my my takes as this goes on, because as someone who is deeply ingrained in the LOLCOWLIVE lore for like what, 5 months, 4 months, 5 months, I feel like I'll be able to weigh in on this, you know, give some insight that maybe other people didn't bring up. Let's just see though. So
We said it. All right, are we good to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
You're good.
Okay. Boogie 2488, you are being confronted tonight.
2488.
Go
I
ahead.
am 99% sure that you are faking.
No, don't move.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Okay, let's hear that.
So Boogie's confused. He doesn't know what's happening, I guess, or he's acting like he's confused. Let's see.
Let's hear that.
Did the doctor ever tell you, or did he ever say the word cancer?
He said polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, as he explained it to me. And no, it is not secondary polycythemia, which is Nicholas Diorio's explanation for this bullshit.
Nick Giro name dropped in the first 30 seconds. Yeah, so the little bit of research I did before this, yeah, I guess that there's 2 different versions, right? So there is polycythemia, which is just generally it is just something that means you have an increased blood, like what, red blood cell count, right? And polycythemia can be caused by either the Vera version, which is some sort of cancer mutation, and then there is the just like caused by general just age and weight and shit like that. And so I guess Destiny's accusing him of having the fake one. So
I think it is secondary polycythemia.
Well, then
can you
why
explain?
would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera? Why does he order a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it?
why a bone marrow biopsy? If it's already confirmed, I've always been confused about that. Why he always has talked about that? Why does he need a bone marrow biopsy to confirm something if it's already confirmed? I guess I'll explain.
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation.
Because the markers are in my blood. The hormone markers are in my blood, Destiny.
Correct. But you said that you'd received a diagnosis, but now you just told me you got a bone marrow biopsy.
It's a diagnosis, and now we're confirming. It's called a confirmation. The hormone markers are already in my blood.
Yep.
And
so I think
we are confirming it with the biopsy because I'm wanting to do that, because I'm praying to God I don't fucking have cancer.
He doesn't care.
I'm praying to God I'm taking the 1 in a million fucking chance that they're fucking wrong, and that there's another reason that I have the hormone fucking imbalances in my blood.
Oh, I mean, already I'm off to like a little bit of a weird start. Like, what does that mean? What does that even mean? Is there even a chance? So you just have the markers. The markers mean that there's a chance that you're wrong. So I just feel like I don't know if I could say it confidently if I know that it's wrong. I would say I could have cancer. I might say that. Like I would say maybe it's possible, but if there's a chance that it's whatever he's saying, what does hormones markers mean? If there's a chance that that's not accurate, then it's kind of hard to definitively say that, right?
Yeah. Why are you praying to God 2 years after you said that you have cancer that you don't have cancer?
Because 2 years ago, they told me I have polycythemia vera based on the fact that I had increased red blood cell counts, increased hemoglobin, and the hormone markers in my blood. And it all spelled pretty definitively that I have this. And so he wanted to get a bone marrow biopsy, but it is intrusive and expensive, so they decided to forego it. I would like to still get it done because I am hopeful, I am praying that there's a fucking merciful God of the world that would be willing to fucking let this be wrong, even though it most certainly is not.
So
that's so strange. It sounds like, you know what it is, like already off the bat, if the accusation is true and he's lying, it sounds like it almost sounds like the inverse. Like there is a chance that he has it, right? Like I get what he's saying, but it almost sounds like it's the opposite, where it's like, if he gets the bone marrow done, it's a chance that the mutation or whatever actually is cancer. And if that's the case, then I guess he wins, right? Like Destiny's accusation's wrong.
So why are you talking about expensive cancer treatments if they don't even know if you have cancer? That nothing has been.
They're treating it, dipshit. Because they've been treating it for 2 fucking years.
How are they treating it, Boogie?
Blood test, blood thinners, bloodletting, medications. They're trying to get my weight down. I'm seeing the doctor every 3 fucking months. I'm doing blood tests every fucking month. We're doing
So they don't know if you have cancer or not. So can I understand
this?
This?
Hold my fucking hand.
Sure. So I mean, I can explain. So I can explain everything, right?
All right.
So Boogie has a condition called polycythemia, which means there's an elevation.
Polycythemia vera.
Let him talk, you fat fuck. I want to hear the guy that actually knows something.
Polycythemia vera.
Destiny, go ahead.
He knows more about my fucking medical
Yes, I guarantee. Well, he's
go right the fuck ahead. I was in the fucking room. My girlfriend was in the fucking room.
You are filibustering. You are filibustering, sir.
Be nice. Be nice.
Okay, yeah.
Is that? Oh yeah, I forgot XQC was here. I when I heard XQC, because I caught just a little bit of this part last night before I dipped. I really didn't expect it to blow into something as fucking big as it did. But when I heard XQC's voice, I was like, what is this guy doing here? Holy shit. Boogie ironically has low testosterone and small balls. Hypogonadism? I can't even try to say that. He said it in the documentary as diagnosis is. Damn, that's I don't even remember hearing that word, but small nuts. Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Okay. So I think that Boogie was told that he has polycythemia, which means he has an elevation of his red blood cells. Now, there is a cancer known as polycythemia vera, which is caused by a mutation in some part of your body that causes an elevation of 3 different levels of things you'll find. One of those is the red blood cell count. However, when Boogie was talking about the polycythemia, he mentioned a couple things that I thought were interesting. The first was that taking an exogenous hormone, TRT, testosterone, that caused an increase in him developing this condition. So taking testosterone will not cause you to develop a cancer. That doesn't not for this particular cancer, it won't. It will cause you to develop secondary polycythemia. The second thing that he mentioned was that his doctor ordered a sleep study. That's because one of the things that can cause your body to produce more red blood cells is if you have hypoxemia, which is a lower count of or a low amount of oxygen in your blood for an extended period of time. And the reason why he ordered that sleep study is probably because Boogie either has pulmonary.
Why is he doing the? Why is he doing this while Destiny's
Why he ordered
talking?
that sleep study is probably because Boogie either has
like, why is he saying "give it to me"? What? Okay, so he's
the reason why he ordered that sleep study is
he's showing confidence here. So clearly, that means he's going to shit all over Destiny, right?
Probably because Boogie either has
he's like
pulmonary
like,
obstructive something, or he has, as he mentioned, sleep apnea. And sleep apnea, which is a decrease in oxygen overnight, can lead to a decrease in oxygen in your blood, which can lead to an increase in the production of red blood cells. All of the things that Boogie described, both the things that cause this and the treatments for it, are consistent with secondary polycythemia. None of these are consistent with cancer. And the fact that he's saying that they've now ordered a biopsy 2 years after. May
I review?
He's not done.
This is ridiculous. I mean, this is crazy.
He's not done.
So wait, I'm 99% sure Boogie hadn't met his girlfriend IRL when he got diagnosed. I think you might be right. Wait, actually, let me check the timing, because didn't he make a video about it, like his cancer? Like, he made some video about it. Hold on, I'm pulling this up in a second tab. He made some video talking about it, where he said, where he talked about his diagnosis, but no, you might be wrong. Here, wait, let me see. This is him talking about it here. November 15th, 2022. This is his video talking about the rare form of cancer, right? So when did he meet his girlfriend? That's what we have to find out. Does he have a tweet when he talked about like announcing it? Oh yeah, he deleted his Twitter. Where did he talk about announcing it? Let's see. Sorry, I'm doing some off-screen research here, but I'm actually curious. You might be right. He might have not even met his girlfriend yet, which is crazy to say that she was there if you didn't even meet her. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Got his channel pulled up here. What would did he make an announcement video? Did he make some announcement video when this happened? Ask me and my girlfriend anything. How long were they my girlfriend moved in.
So,
how long were they dating?
We've been living together now.
My girlfriend of the last year finally moved in with me. So they probably were. If it's of the last year, if it's of the last year, then July. Then he publicly spoke about it. November. Wait, yeah, no, they probably were together. They probably met up IRL too. What's up, It's Kane? How you doing? Boogie's girlfriend is probably just Flamenco's girlfriend. Wow, non-existent. Or he claims to have not met her because of the underage accusation. Right. Boogie's girlfriend always looks so methed out. Wow. Great comments. What if him saying she was there is him also slipping up about the age? Oh. Well, no, I think she was of age in even early 2022, right? She was of age. She was of age. Every time I see her, her face just screams damaged. Yeah. I mean, I somewhat agree. But okay, let's just keep going here on this though. We'll dive into the girlfriend stuff more because he might bring her up.
Yes. 2 years ago, you said that you had a cancer diagnosis, but now you just said now they're doing a biopsy to check for cancer.
Confirmation.
What's up, Salapoke?
Confirmation.
Is this house MD? Are we treating a blood cancer without actually confirming it yet? For 2 years, you've been having a cancer treatment without confirming there's actually cancer there?
Because it was in my blood markers, and that's pretty goddamn definitive. You can Google that, Destiny. When you have the hormones, when you have the hormone in the blood that is produced by this cancer, it's pretty goddamn definitive. It doesn't show up for just the shit sakes of it.
Okay, well, let me see what he said. I want to watch this video. It's 7 minutes. I'm gonna watch it on 2x speed because I want to know exactly what he said 2 years ago before I watch this. Like, what did he definitively say in his video when he talked about his cancer? I don't know if anyone watched this last night, but I want to see for sure what he said.
I often say, though, every day that I wake up is a good day. It's the one day that I don't wake up that sucks. So I've been debating for a while to talk to you guys about this, but I hope it brings you guys a little bit of clarity about some of the videos I made in the last month or so. Because, well, you remember about 3 weeks back I said that I likely could potentially have a form of cancer?
Likely could potentially have a form of cancer, okay.
Turns out I got a rare blood cancer called...
So he just looked it up on Google, okay.
Polycythemia vera, which basically makes your body produce too many red blood cells. And when I started taking that testosterone supplement 7 or 8 years ago, however long it's been, we knew that this was a possibility. You never think you're going to be the guy who gets that side effect, though, right? You never think it's going to be you. But sometimes it is.
Testosterone. Didn't Disney say that doesn't happen?
But the good news is, I mean, this is a disease that takes a really long time to get you. Statistically speaking, I'll die of a blood clot or a heart attack or a stroke due to one of those blood clots. And most people, after getting diagnosed, live another 20 years. So if you're going to get a cancer, this is the one to get. You know me and my dark sense of humor. When my doctor told me all of this, I said, if I die of cancer, doc, instead of my morbid obesity, which I've been working so hard on for the last 30 years, I'm going to be pissed. And well, the good news is, it might just give me a stroke or heart attack, which is how I was going out anyway. The scary thing about it is that it eventually can lead to some health conditions, some of which I already have, arthritis.
So again, this is just a Google page.
Leukemia, I could definitely develop into leukemia, but the good news is that's pretty rare, so I don't think that's going to happen. And there's tons of different ways to treat it. I mean, they can draw your blood, like when they donate blood, or taking a daily aspirin is going to help, getting something to help reduce the itching, which has been really rough for me over a few years. Drugs that reduce the blood cell count, and things along that lines. It's pretty basic, easy stuff, especially at the stage I'm at. All they really want to do is get a sleep study done, a colonoscopy done, and start taking an aspirin. So that's pretty cool. The biggest problem is the best thing for me to do in this situation.
So again, I mean, this doesn't mean anything to me unless he actually shows it, right? Like he could say it, but he started this off instantly saying, I for a while I was letting you guys know I may have possibly had a version, and now he's not showing it, but he's just showing like the web page of it. That doesn't really mean anything to me.
Situation is to lose some weight as much as I can. Me and my eating disorder, well, I haven't been able to make that work so far, and I don't know if I have what it takes to even at the threat of death, overcome this eating disorder. But by God, it's do or die now. Pun unintended. I always wondered if I knew that the food was killing me. I mean, directly killing me. Like, I've already had a heart attack. I'm recovering from it. Or, God forbid, cancer. Like, I always wondered if I knew.
It's watching one of these videos after, like, editing for LOLCOWLIVE and, like, watching that show for months. Like, it just sounds like the same thing I've heard, like, actually 100 times. So it's just so, like... it's just so bad. Okay, let's just keep going.
For sure that the food was killing me. Would that be enough to get me to stop eating?
Talking about food and eating disorder.
I guess time is going to tell. God, I fucking hope so. It really seems like all this bad stuff is happening at once right now, and I think I'm handling it pretty well. I think that's life or fate or whatever. The holidays are already pretty tough for me. There's some other issues I've been going through. Now this health issue. I think the world tests you, right? And to determine whether you're going to put up or shut up. And I'm a survivor. I've been doing this for 48 years, kicking life's ass, surviving, at the very least surviving, right? So I'm obviously going to survive this. Obviously, until I don't. But it's going to take every ounce that the world has to throw at me to get me there. Fuck you. And in terms of the clarity that I referred to earlier, I've known about this for a little over 6 weeks. That it was a probability, though I just got my official diagnosis. But I hope it gives you an idea of why I've been so worried about my money, why I've been so worried about my career, why I've been so worried about my future, why I've done some of the things I've done and said some of the things I've said. Maybe I should have led with this before I asked people to watch my videos or become channel members or whatever. I don't know. This felt very private at the time.
Led with you having cancer? Wait, so he's saying he should have led with people... Wait, he's saying he should have led with him having cancer before he talked to people. Wait, is that what he said?
Over 6 weeks. That it was a probability, though I just got my official diagnosis. But I hope it gives you an idea of why I've been so worried about my money, why I've been so worried about my career, why I've been so worried about my future, why I've done some of the things I've done and said some of the things I've said. Maybe I should have led with this before I asked people to watch my videos or become channel members or whatever. I don't know. This felt very private at the time. But it doesn't feel private anymore, so I'm sharing it. At the end of the day, this diagnosis...
So it's not private anymore. The diagnosis isn't private. Instantly mentions money, right? Yeah, exactly. Newest comments. Lol. Boogie lying part a million. Everyone is saying he doesn't have it. Everyone is just saying he doesn't have it. Holy shit, man. What the fuck?
Doesn't really change much. Obviously I'm going to treat it. Obviously I want to get the sleep study done, update my CPAP machine, get the colonoscopy done, make sure there's no other issues to worry about. I'm going to continue to try to lose weight and continue to try to improve my brain and try to continue to work here on YouTube, and hopefully people will watch. Maybe they won't. That's okay. That's okay. I'm going to keep doing what I do because, that's who I am. Somebody on Twitter recommended I start my bucket list. I did that back in 2017, brother. I went to Disney, I went to New York, I went to LA, I traveled the country, I spent time with friends, I met fans, I met fellow YouTubers. I got to do all the things I wanted to do, right?
So he's done. He's done with life. He's done with life. He doesn't care. His bucket list is completed.
Get control of my eating disorder, get control of my brain, and be the healthiest I've ever been. There's really nowhere else I need to go, nothing else I need to see. I went back home, I saw the cool places I wanted to see, I spent time with the people I want to spend time with. I would like to meet more fans. I would like to meet more creators. I'd like to spend time with the fans and friends that I know. But shit, I'm pretty satisfied all told. If I died tomorrow, I'd be okay with that.
So he's talking about is he talking about cancer taking him tomorrow or just randomly dying?
I got it done. I got most of it done. What is left now is concentrating on healing this, and using my channel to entertain, educate, and give hope to people. Like, that's all I want left in the world. And it seems doable. It seems within reach.
Did anyone honestly believe he had cancer to begin with? Well, I mean, this is like, has there ever been a situation this big with this large of a creator who has lied about cancer? I don't think that's ever happened. Like, there might be like some little things here and there, some like weird situations in like micro communities or whatever. You know what I mean? Where it's like some random guy lied about it and everyone's like, holy shit, that's crazy. Right? Like, that's happened. Even when people talk about like Ghosty lying about like his mom dying or something, you know what I mean? Like, that's happened. But has there ever been such a situation with like multi-million subscriber creator who lied about it? I don't think so. So just like putting yourself in that position, having this big of a platform, no one would even assume that he would fake that, right? Because it's just like, how would you ever possibly let that happen? So I don't know. I think a lot of people did honestly believe, because they're like, oh, well, okay, sure. This isn't just some random dude I know on Facebook lying about this. Like, this is he's saying this to millions of people. So him getting clocked, you know what I mean? Like, he has more, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he has more of like an obligation or whatever not to do that.
I've been on the phone with friends and family all day. I've been talking to as many people as I could about this, and I'm very fortunate that I have phone therapy in about 15 minutes, so I'm excited to go get that done. Just processing this, and I hope I didn't put too much on you. Hope it doesn't bother you that much. I hope you'll know that I'm going to be okay until I'm not, and that happens to all of us. Death comes from.
Hope it doesn't bother you too much, but I should
have
let you guys know to watch my videos and give me money. Okay.
Hey, motherfucker, not today. And before I leave you, I want to make it very clear: I'm not asking for donations. I'm not asking for channel memberships. I'm not asking you to check out a sponsor. I'm not asking you to buy a shirt.
Didn't he just do that? Wait, didn't he just do that like 5 seconds ago? Didn't he just say he should have led with that before he was? Didn't he just say that?
This felt very private at the time, but it doesn't feel private. Money, why I've been so worried about my career, why I've been so worried about my future, why I've done some of the things I've done and said some of the things I've said. Maybe I should have led with this before I asked people to watch my videos or become channel members or whatever. I don't know. This felt very private at the time. My dog's in my lap. Talk to my friends and process this, and I hope things go well for you. There's going to be plenty more videos to come. There's going to be plenty more Boogie in your life. Don't worry about it. As always, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I will speak with you again soon. And if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, can I get a fuck cancer in chat? Fuck that shit.
Fuck cancer in chat. Okay. So, okay, so amazing. So that already instantly looks bad in hindsight, but let's just keep watching this. I want to see what more. I want to see what more is going to be broken down here. What's up for Fabry Mathy? How you doing?
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Look, you want to keep saying you're the patient. You know what your body has.
Yes.
When I go to the doctor, they give me shit like this, which is like papers that will tell me.
I was going to say, Boogie can have this whole thing. Tell me a single document with polycythemia vera on it. You don't have one. I don't think the doctor ever diagnosed you with it.
Can I ask you something, Destiny? Is it possible that when the doctor was seeing him, they were asking you could have polycythemia, if I'm saying it correctly, or polycythemia vera, but you don't have the cancer version, you have this version. Is that possible? I'm asking him. Is it could be like a loss of translation type situation?
Yeah, so polycythemia just means you have an elevation of red blood cells. That's all it means. Your red blood cell count is high.
So you could just be fat and sleep apnea can create that, because I'm both.
Sleep apnea could do it, anything, like that could cause.
I want to go back to wings. Let's go back to bring just.
And the fact that Boogie said, we knew that when I was taking TRT, this was a risk of that. That means that risk is to develop secondary polycythemia. That was the risk, and then that is what ended up happening, unfortunately. But it's not cancer. That was induced because of just a low oxygenation of the blood.
So why? Explain to me, Destiny, why there are markers, hormone markers in my blood that have tested positively for polycythemia.
I have cancer. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Give me money. Don't. I'll be okay. That's basically what that video was. He said, I should have led with the fact I had cancer for the last 2 months before I asked for money and memberships, but I'm not asking for it, right? Like, isn't that like, what did I just watch?
Vera. Explain
Boogie,
that.
just-
If there was,
just
then
one
he
of your
would
medical papers, dude.
I'm never
Yeah,
showing
if-
any of these motherfuckers my medical papers. Go fuck yourself. I said that 2 years ago, and I'm staying by it now. Destiny Jackson Clark, Keemstar, you can see it when I fucking die. It's my
And as this is happening, so he's refusing to show his papers. Really? And as this is happening, Wings just immediately flexing on him, showing his papers on screen. What does this even say? Showing his procedures, his diagnoses, and it happened in Mexico. This is his visit to Mexico in what was it, 2018? So the moment this is happening, he's instantly showing. Wings is like simultaneously BTFOing him at the same time. This isn't some like super private thing, right? I mean, you can redact and show shit that's not private, right? Live doxing. Yeah, I guess it happened in Mexico. That's his dox. Wings just doxed himself by saying he was in Mexico at the time.
fucking
Is it right
goddamn
there?
medical record.
Is-
I've
you
given
see
you
this?
every
Oh,
goddamn
this is
phone
a
call.
bad
I've given you every fucking text. I've given you. It's never made a single goddamn thing better. I'm not gonna fucking do it. Go fuck yourselves.
You could
Go
easily
fuck
end
yourselves.
this right
I would
now
rather,
by just
I
showing
would rather
the
you
diagnosis.
motherfuckers. I would rather you motherfuckers continue to LARP.
So what did he say? He also said something about 2 years ago. I decided 2 years ago I wasn't going to say anything about this, right? So, okay, wait. So he's on here saying 2 years ago I wasn't going to say anything about this. I made that decision. I've shown you guys everything in my life. He's referencing 2 years ago I wasn't going to say anything about it, but also saying, like, for the last 2 years, I've shown you guys everything and nothing's made a difference. Which he shows everything. Every time this guy gets confronted on something, he openly shows stuff. He openly shows proof, right? Every time this has happened on this show, he's openly showed proof. When his girlfriend got confronted, or when he got confronted about his girlfriend, he showed his girlfriend's ID to prove that she was of age. So he was willing to show her private, redacted, identifying documents within the last 2 years to prove that that was real, right? Wasn't there a whole drama where wasn't there a whole drama where they were talking about his blood pressure and that he couldn't mow his lawn because he had high ass blood pressure, and so he was like showing his blood pressure to everyone, right? So he's willing to show his blood pressure to everyone to counter that. He's willing to show his girlfriend's identification to counter the pedo accusations. What else has happened? I feel like he just always has shown things to try to disprove stuff. Like he's always been like, here's this. Oh yeah, like the whole Flaming Star bullshit where he signed the contract with Flaming Star. He was like, here's the private contract me and Flaming Star signed. He sent that to me to post, like to put in the video. So over the last 2 years, this guy has shown every single private document involving anything. But he's also claiming that 2 years ago he made the decision this is going to be the one thing he doesn't show to Jackson Clark, whoever the fuck that is. Who is Jackson Clark? Who is that? Let me see Jackson Clark. Let me see who this is. Co-owner of Bad Egg. What is that? Oh, is this what is that, Critical? Okay. So he's some Critical, he's like a friend of Critical or something. So Jackson, yeah, so he told Jackson Clark 2 years ago. he told Jackson Clark 2 years ago that he was unable to reveal this because it's such private information. But within the last 2 years, he's shown a fuck ton of other private information. Okay. He's on the official podcast of the Critical. Okay. Yeah, gotcha. Jackson Clark was calling him out 2 years ago on fake cancer. Gotcha. So this is the one thing for the last 2 years. Even though he's shown everything else, he's decided only for this for the last 2 years he's doing it. It wasn't his last shred of privacy 2 years ago, right? Like he's saying right now, like, this is the last thing I have. I'm not going to show you fuckers this. 2 years ago wasn't the last thing he had. He still had his girlfriend's ID, right? So why did he show his girlfriend's ID? Keep watching.
Would rather you motherfuckers continue LARP than to have
Okay, well,
the
no,
last
here's an easy
goddamn thing. The last
You're the one-
goddamn thing.
you're the one who accused of
last piece
LARPing.
fucking security I have in the fucking world.
You're the one.
The last piece of security, like I said 2 years ago, this wasn't the last piece of security he had. When he wants to keep bringing up Jackson Clark. When he was talking to Jackson Clark, that wasn't the last piece of security he had. He's given up everything else. What do you mean? That's not even that literally just doesn't even add up. It's just not even true. It's not his last piece of security. That's just a lie.
So the easy thing here is if there are blood markers that definitively confirm polycythemia vera as a blood cancer, then why are they doing a biopsy?
Because I'm insisting on it, because I'm hoping they're wrong.
No, wait. Why would you have to insist on a biopsy if you can confirm with with blood markers? It's because you
I'm
can't.
hoping that I are wrong.
Maybe if he didn't crawl on all fours like a pig begging Keemstar to forgive him, we'd actually have some respect for him. That was just the most stupid drama of all time.
Because I'm hoping
You're hoping they're wrong.
Why would he even do that? Why would he ever do that? That was his... Again, he gave up that dignity, like, over the last 2 years. He gave up his dignity of crawling on his hands and knees and, like, begging for... Bro, like, after interacting with Keemstar and getting fired from this podcast, like, I could never, ever imagine acting that way in front of Keemstar. What the fuck is he thinking?
Why 2 years ago are you talking about fighting cancer? Why would you be talking about...
I have been for 2 years, Destiny.
Fighting cancer how? With what? With blood thinners?
Because this one's for you, Boogie.
Because, oh god damn it. Because you treat polycythemia vera almost identically to the way that you treat polycythemia, because you can't attack the cancer directly. All you can do is treat the symptoms, and the symptoms are identical to polycythemia because it's the same.
Treating the symptoms, but we're not talking about the symptoms. We're talking about how you got the diagnosis, right? Isn't that Destiny's entire point? The Destiny's entire point is how you got the diagnosis, not how you treat the symptoms. So what are you even talking about here?
Same fucking thing, with the exception of one's getting caused by an external source and the other's being caused by fucking cancer. And in this case, it's getting caused by fucking cancer, Destiny.
You should start.
So I do think there are different treatments available for polycythemia vera, and I think that the outcomes for that are significantly worse than just having it induced by some other thing like sleep apnea or hypoxia. But I mean, if you wanted to,
the plan is pretty identical. The treatment plan is pretty identical.
So if there are two huge things. So one, you could show it to a private party and they could confirm, somebody like Keemstar. But two, the issue is that
that'd be so easy. That'd be just instant. It would be over, right? Keem, every talking about himself in any context is an L, can only go on offense, then he's a true entertainer. But when he talks about himself, it's just sad. Yeah, I mean, the biggest way to own Keem is just to force the conversation to be about his own, like, just his own brain. Because when the conversation is about that, he loses. But if he can talk about other people, you know, he's always had a knack for that or whatever. He's always been able to, you know, talk about other people. But yeah, no, he's unable to talk about himself. You know, it's easy to just kind of step all over him when he does that.
If you want to keep your medical issues to yourself, I think everybody is entitled to that right, obviously.
I should have never talked about it to begin with. I should have never talked about it to begin with.
We just watched his video. He was like, he pondered over. This wasn't even, this is the thing, like, this wasn't even, as he says, as he's claiming in his video, something that he just accidentally blurted out and then was like, fuck, I'm stuck with this. He was like, I was pondering over this. What are you saying? This is like, I was pondering over this for a couple weeks. So it's not just you blurt it out, right? You thought about this genuinely.
You know, and this is one of the reasons I was going to do a GoFundMe. This is one of the reasons I was going to do a GoFundMe was because they verify, for the record. They verify.
I wonder if that's why he never ended up doing one. Remember, everyone on the internet hasn't even Moist Critical talked about him doing GoFundMe, and Critical like hates this guy. Or am I wrong? Am I misremembering that? I feel like every person on the internet has told this guy to do a GoFundMe. Maybe he's worried that if he actually did a GoFundMe, it would be like fraud. Because why wouldn't you? Like, his excuse has always been like, I won't do a GoFundMe because I'll just get bullied by Muta and Critical if I try to do a GoFundMe for my cancer. Why? Why? If you actually have cancer, that should be like your first move. Your first move should be going and getting a GoFundMe. If I have cancer, I'm posting a GoFundMe instantly. Like, sorry, I'm gonna ask you guys to donate to my fucking cancer. What do you mean? Like, why would you not? Like, what are we talking about?
That would be the third party that I would go forward with.
Yeah, so GoFundMe does not do the best verification, as has been proven multiple times in the past. But the issue is that you say that you shouldn't have talked about it, but the fact is that you did. You did the day that you got the diagnosis. You're like, well, I was considering doing this, but I just got my diagnosis today. So you weren't considering it instantly.
I sat on it for a while.
On your tweet, did you not say that I got my diagnosis today and then talk about it?
And his video.
They told me.
And his video.
They told me in the office that they were worried about it. Then they did the blood tests. Then, yes, I did tweet about it on the day that I got confirmation, but I sat on it for a couple of months before, or for a couple of weeks before talking about it because it took a while for it.
That's such an insult to Charlie and Muta, as if they just straight up attack people for no reason. Boogie's a joke. Yeah, no, I swear, like 100%, this guy was like talking about that. It was in some episode I don't know. These fucking episodes all just end up looking the same. But he was talking straight up about like, I do not want to start a GoFundMe because Charlie and Muta will bully me for starting it. Like I can 100%. I feel like almost 100% confident that that is what he said on a podcast once. And so now it's like, now that we're looking at this, it's like, well, it's almost like he didn't start a GoFundMe because you maybe knew it would be fraud. He's bringing up like, that's why I wanted to start a GoFundMe because they verify, but I almost think the opposite. That's why you didn't, right? That's why you didn't. I bought her Medicare hat and it delivered today, but Boogie's too useless to do anything. Amazing. Wasn't he in charge of the LOLCOWLIVE merch? Whatever happened with that? They just gave up on that? That was like Boogie's like main role outside of just showing up to content was doing the merch. Did they just never do that?
That was to get the blood results back.
So you sat on it when you
Boogie's
didn't...
too busy dropping his girlfriend off at high school to go to the doctor. Damn. That's brutal.
No, the answer? That's not called sitting on it. That's just called waiting for an answer.
He crushed
Also,
it.
if you were so keen on diagnosing whether you had cancer or not, why would you wait 2 years to get the
followed my Twitter before? But I tend to tweet shit as it happens. This one I decided to stand on for a little while.
Real-time news, motherfucker.
I don't understand why you're waiting.
Silent cancer diagnosis.
Cancer is pretty fucking serious.
There is no cancer.
It's
secondary polycythemia. There is no cancer here. There's no proof of it. You can't show anybody proof of it because it's not real. And yeah, I don't know. As somebody that like his mom had cancer, it's just a little bit gross. I feel like when people are talking publicly about fighting cancer and stuff.
The person that faked cancer before, the chick. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean that's also a point from Destiny. A lot of people are saying like, how could you fake this? Like so many people, I know people like that would like kick Boogie's ass unironically over if he was faking this. You know what I mean? Like, because it's such a just like overall human experience of it just being like the worst thing ever. And so to fake it for like sympathy, like there's so many people who are like directly affected by cancer that it's like, how could you ever even think of doing this? Boogie deleted his Twitter because he definitely has cancer. Critical made 2 videos on Boogie and they just weren't even that harsh. Boogie is just a spurg and scared of big YouTubers exposing him. It could definitely be that easily.
Oh yeah, only had cancer once. Yeah. I remember. That's vintage.
Dude, Emily from RuneScape.
There's so many people that don't know that meme right now. Can I ask Boogie? Is it possible that you just jumped the gun on releasing your diagnosis thing?
So XQC gives him an out instantly. That's like the perfect out. XQC's handing him an out. Even XQC, who gets clowned all the time for like not being, you know, the brightest bulb in the shed or whatever, immediately is giving Boogie an out. Like, is it possible you jump the gun? I want to see. Let's see what Boogie has to say to that.
No.
Anything is possible, sure. I just don't understand why you won't just go grab a piece of paper and just disprove them. Like you have all these feelings.
Because they don't have printouts.
Nothing with those words on it.
And like I said,
I don't have printouts laying around. Okay.
That a year ago when these motherfuckers tried to get it.
Hold on.
This is the one last thing I have left. You motherfuckers were in my marriage. You guys were in everything else. You're in every aspect of my life. Fuck you. Let me have one goddamn thing.
You're trying to tell me.
Let me have cancer.
Let me have cancer. Yeah. What? This is what I mean. Like, again, he's going with this excuse of like, you guys have ruined everything. Let me have one thing. It's like, he's acting as if this is private and it's the only thing he's never going to show. But he decided this 2 years ago, and it's all everyone else's fault when they ask about stuff, and he's all willing to show that. Like, it would have made... Okay, look, I would have almost believed this. If it, like, 2 years ago, he told fucking Jackson Clark, whatever that guy's name is. If he told Jackson Clark 2 years ago, and it's like, I'm not revealing private shit about my life. And then when he gets confronted about his girlfriend's age, he's like, I'm not revealing that to you. And then when he gets confronted about his blood pressure, he's like, I'm not revealing that to you. Like, if he was consistent for the last 2 years... I would almost be like, you know what? Maybe you're actually just being genuine and you're like not wanting to show shit. I would almost believe that. I would still think it's kind of weird, but it would be like you're principled in the sense that you're not showing private shit in your life. And if people want to doubt you, then they just didn't fuck them. But you do, though. You do show private shit. You showed your girlfriend's ID. You show your blood pressure, right? I mean, Everything that he's like, he'll tell Tommy, like he'll yell at Tommy, like, I will show you her ID, Tommy. I will do it. Right? You know what else happened? He literally, remember when he was getting accused of cheating, or his girlfriend was accusing him of girlfriend was accused of cheating? He was showing the phone of his girlfriend to the entire world, including all her DMs and her Snapchat and shit. He was like on LOLCOWLIVE showing it. Right? So he's not worried about his privacy. If he had done that for the last 2 years, I'd believe it, but it doesn't make any sense. This is the one thing he's not going to show, but everything else he will. It's because he knows he's caught. That's why he ran like a bitch. Yeah.
I would rather Dexerto lead. Boogie lies about cancer than to hand this shit over to you pieces of shit. That's just.
This?
I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that. Go ahead, print it, Dexerto. Go ahead and print it.
Can you get your patient portal up on your phone and like send it to Tommy?
I'm not going to. Sure,
he's never doing that. He does not have a cancer diagnosis. There's 0% chance he has one. Remember, every leading thing for this cancer diagnosis the doctor talked about has to do with secondary polycythemia. The sleep apnea was a contributor to that, and the TRT was a contributor to that.
Oh, except for the hormone markers in my blood. Except we're conveniently.
The hormone markers in your blood would be the one thing that you could show that would prove what you're saying, right? Hormone markers in your blood would prove, and showing the polycythemia vera thing would prove instantly that they're wrong. Instantly. If I'm in this position, like, you just win.
If you had hormone,
I would love to be in Boogie's shoes right now. This would be amazing. You would just get the biggest dunk of all time. Destiny would have to apologize to you. Like if you're in Boogie's shoes, you get to be the fucking old man that Keemstar like accused of being a PETA of, right? If you're in Destiny's shoes, you are not Destiny. If you're in Boogie's shoes, you are in the best win ever if you're not lying. Like, this is amazing.
Markers for it. That's either a definitive diagnosis, in which case you wouldn't be getting a biopsy 2 years later, or it wasn't definitive and you would have gotten a biopsy 2 years later instead of saying they're treating you for cancer for 2 years. You just said before that you don't have the money for extra medical stuff. If they don't need that test to confirm cancer, why would you spend extra money on a biopsy you don't need?
Have you heard of this, Destiny? I just got a bit of a windfall. You might have heard about it.
Now, Boogie, you ruined your own marriage. You even said so a long time ago about being verbally abusive. Common Connor W, thank you. Boogie is just a professional crybaby. Being the bad guy on a call with Keem and Wings, it just says so much about Boogie. I don't know how he still shows his face. I don't know if he's still going to show his face after this. I wouldn't. If I was in his shoes, I would log off after this. Hormone markers don't prove shit. True. They aren't definitive. Exactly. But they could lead to it. It would give more reason for Boogie to say what he was saying about polycythemia vera. It would give more reason and more justification for him to say what he's saying if he at least did get the hormone markers and showed it. But he's never had that diagnosis, at least from what we've seen. Right? He said he has. That doesn't mean anything. I could say anything. I could say I, fucking picked up Boogie's girlfriend from high school last week. Like, that doesn't mean anything, right? If I show that I did, then that, it's like, what are we doing here? Why are we just saying this and not showing anything?
Yeah, you may have heard of it. We have.
What's a windfall?
He did a $10,000 crypto scam, using partly his cancer thing as an excuse for why he needed to scam his fans.
I wanted to join real quick because you just got caught lying about me to CoffeeZilla. All right, and now you're being confronted. And now you're being confronted on.
Keem retard points minus 10,000. Boogie retard points minus 2 million. Yeah, losing the aura. Boogie's aura minus like 100 trillion right now.
One of the biggest lies in internet history.
I don't consider
it. And you won't prove it?
No.
You won't prove it?
I'd rather you go ahead and print it.
If this is true, and you lied about cancer, this is the biggest scandal on the fucking internet.
It's not, but go ahead and print it anyway. Go ahead and print it anyway.
It's going.
Yeah, if there was actual word, he would have done it sooner. Womp womp. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, if he realized, there's two options. He would have either one shown it, because I guess Jackson. He keeps bringing up Jackson Clark. It actually is kind of an important point. It is actually genuinely an important point because it shows what Boogie's mindset was with this for the last 2 years. When that whole Jackson Clark situation happened 2 years ago, as he loves to bring up, either the two options were one, show it, right, immediately disprove it, and then you never have to worry about it again for the rest of time, or two, decide to say, no, fuck you, I'm not going to reveal private shit about my life, and then for the next 2 years, don't show anything. Those are the two options he had, which the second option is still pretty bad, but at least it would have been consistent. Instead he chose the third option, which was, I'm not going to show you this because fuck you, I respect my privacy. But then for the next years, I'm going to show you everything involving my fucking privacy. So 2 years ago, he made the option to pick option 3, which is just so unbelievably brain dead. It just sets you up where this is going to happen to you. Will Boogie show his girlfriend's high school diploma? I don't know. Do you guys think she has one? You guys think she has a high school diploma?
None of you motherfuckers.
Fucking
I said this
prove
2
it.
years ago, and I'm not doing it today. Go right ahead. Print it. Print it the way it is. Go right ahead. I'm okay with it.
Okay, so I guess just to wrap up, because we don't want to take all your guys' time tonight. So just as a couple things, right? So the story as laid out, if you look up secondary polycythemia versus polycythemia
Never
vera,
believed him on anything. Even when he said he was molested, I never believed him. I wish I got Boogie's brothers or sisters. I'm pretty sure Boogie's brother came on LOLCOWLIVE. I'm pretty sure he did. I'm like 99% sure. I don't know if he confirmed anything about their childhood or not. Featuring his brother. Yeah, they had like some... This is Boogie's brother here. So they had like an hour and a half conversation with his brother. I don't know. I didn't watch this episode, to be honest. But yeah, I think he did talk about it. I've heard that he did talk about it. Boogie's brother confirmed it. Yeah. That's what I've heard. I don't know for sure, though. But that's what I've heard.
All of the leading things that Boogie talks about leading to his condition are consistent with secondary polycythemia, not the mutation that would cause polycythemia vera. The things that Boogie says that his doctor wants him to check for afterwards, like doing a sleep study, are consistent with secondary polycythemia, not
And
primary
also
polycythemia. And the fact that he says that he had the blood markers or something to confirm it 2 years ago, but is now getting a biopsy for secondary confirmation, even though he says he doesn't have the money for medical bills, but I guess now that he does have money, he's going to waste all of it on biopsying things that are already confirmed, or at least confirmed enough that he wanted to talk about it publicly for 2 years ago, and then use it to fundraise the money that he now has so that he can do the biopsy. That I don't.
Destiny is just fucking him here. I mean, this is just a total... Is this worse than what happened with his dad? Like, this is fucking insane. What the fuck?
He's doing, by the way, I don't think he's actually enough.
So Destiny, to summarize...
If you wanted to disprove it, all he has to do is show a private party this particular medical thing, and yeah, it would be.
To summarize, Destiny, you're basically saying he's kind of unlucky he doesn't have cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, for this particular case, yeah. If Boogie can confirm, that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer, I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment. I'll make that personal pledge right now.
Go fuck yourself.
You're not seeing my medical records for 20, not for 50. You're not seeing my medical records.
$5,000.
What the fuck? You're not seeing my medical records for $20,000, $50,000. What the fuck is he talking about? I already said earlier he has the biggest win of all time. This win is even bigger at this point. The win is even bigger. You know what I did see? I saw, hold on, let me pull this up. Because I saw that he's talking about money. I need to pull this up now. This forced drama shit last night brought up like some drama between him and Wings. And for like 20 minutes straight, he confronted Wings. Here we go. For like 20 minutes straight, he confronted Wings over money. So he has a $5,000 offer on the table. Just to be completely clear, that's like 2.5 months of work on LOLCOWLIVE to do the easiest action of all time, which is take a screenshot on your phone and send it to someone. But yesterday he was saying this to Wings. We need to watch this because this is just terrible. Look at this. Look at what he said to Wings yesterday.
Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Jordy?
Yeah, what's up?
There?
What's up?
What the fuck are you doing?
Streaming?
I know, I'm talking about with the fucking show, obviously.
Game's quitting.
So, and there's a paycheck to be had here. You don't want to talk into a microphone for 6 hours a week for, let's imagine we got half as much next month, $1,500.
Talking to a microphone for 6 hours, $1,500. The act of doing what Boogie did will make him like the most dollars per hour he ever has seen in his entire life. Screenshotting it and uploading it to Discord takes 20 seconds. And he makes $5,000. $5,000 for 20 seconds of work? That's insane. If that's the, what does he mean? Like he's talking about how easy this is to make $1,500?
No.
Cool. So you want to fuck me up the ass and Tommy up the ass and Keem up the ass? People who've been working with you for the last year. Is that what you want to do instead?
Why you blame it on? Why you blame it on me? You should blame it on Keem. He's the one walking away.
He was always going to, and you knew that. He was never meant to be part of the show to begin with. He was always going to hand the reins to us, and you knew that.
I did not know this.
How the fuck did you not know it? He wasn't supposed to be part of it from the beginning. It wasn't me, you, Keem, and Tommy. It was me, you, and Tommy. It was always that.
Boogie, you realize the show's going to crash without Keem, right?
IMO, he owes people to show them the records, especially after getting money from people for the alleged diagnosis and trying to sympathy bait. It's only fair. Yeah, well, here's the thing is, I think that's why he really didn't do the GoFundMe, because the GoFundMe would be probably legally very obviously fraud if he just openly said, donate to my GoFundMe because I have cancer, right? If he does this weird thing he's doing where he just says, oh, I have cancer, I have a rare form, blah, 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 and then people just donate like separately, you could probably argue that that's legally not like fraud because he didn't directly ask he kind of did in his video, but he can maybe make the argument like, I never directly asked for donations because of my cancer, right? So he might, if he's lying in this scenario, he might be able to get away with that, and that's probably why he never started the GoFundMe.
Sure, and why not get paid until it does?
Because the paychecks aren't going to be coming.
Let's imagine it's half as much next month. That's $1,500. I need it. You don't fucking need it? I thought you had a goal. Remember this is a guy who complained about $20 worth of gas.
Yeah, because I watch my money like a hawk.
Yeah, so you're going to watch it fucking disappear? Is that your plan?
Watch it disappear. You're watching 5,000 disappear right in front of your face right now. What do you mean? That's amazing. There's a paycheck to be made here. Boogie, I want to share a screenshot even for 100K. Also Boogie. Yeah, he's willing to do the work, quote unquote, for 1,500, but when he's desperate, this is 20 minutes. I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but he's fucking nailing wings for 20 minutes straight about money.
You're going to watch a $3,000 check walk out the front door? Is that what you're watching?
What?
Is that what you're watching?
Holy shit, that's just so perfect.
You're going to watch a $3,000 check walk out the front door? Is that what you're watching? Is that what you're watching?
This is like 24 hours before the stream, by the way. Literally 24 hours before the stream. Jordy, you're going to watch a $3,000 check walk out the front door?
He's always going to walk out the front door.
And Jordy sounds like Boogie. It's never going to happen because I'm never going to show it. It's always going to walk out the front door.
Okay, except there's about 3 or 4 more. Even if you do nothing, even if you try, even if you just show up and clock in like fucking Tommy and I have in the past, we would still get paid. And that's a check that's walking out. This is a man who was bitching about $20 fucking when I was hanging out with you. Now you're willing to fuck not just $1,500 out of your pocket, $1,500 out of mine, $1,500 out of Tommy's, and $1,500 out of Keem's.
$1,500. You're willing to walk on $1,500. This is just so stupid.
Do you not think you guys could?
How did he do this 24 hours ago and then thought what he was doing on stream was righteous?
I still have to pay you if you don't do your fucking work. You think about that?
Buy me out.
You own 25%. I ain't buying you out of shit. I'll torpedo the goddamn thing before I'll buy you out.
Okay.
He'll torpedo the whole podcast.
Torpedo it.
Show the fuck up to work or get nothing.
He's willing to torpedo the entire podcast, the entire LOLCOWLIVE podcast over $1,500, by the way. Very clear, that's what he's saying. Over $1,500, I will torpedo the entire LOLCOWLIVE podcast to the ground. But now he's being offered $5,000. He says no. Even if you argue his stupid argument that I think is not true about his privacy, even if you make that argument, he has to torpedo his privacy to make $5,000. He's willing to do that. He's not willing to do that, but he's willing to torpedo the whole podcast. Okay. This was a night and a half ago, or 2 nights ago.
That's your options. Show the fuck up to work.
I didn't ask for anything. I just said, give me my last paycheck and give me the Airbnb money.
Oh, I'll make sure you ain't getting that. You're getting my $250. If they decide to hand yours over, that's fine. You can sue me for that.
Sue me over $250. We're lowering the stakes here. It was $1,500 at first. Now he's literally on stream. He's literally on stream now telling Wings that he wants to get into a legal battle over $250 the night before this happened. What the fuck is going on here?
I need every goddamn dime I got.
I need every goddamn dime.
You should be mad at Keem. You shouldn't be mad at me.
Why? Because he was always going to walk away from the show. He was always going to hand over the reins. He told us that from the beginning. He was never even meant to be part of it to begin with.
Yeah.
I'm mad at you because you're quitting today. Am I a little bit mad at Keem? Sure. Sure, a little bit. No, but you're the one fucking torpedoing it. You're the one driving into the goddamn ground. You're the one who put the yolk all the way to the fucking ground.
Because the simple fact is, I never would have went on this trip if I knew this was the outcome.
It didn't have to be. You could have come up there and put in the most minuscule amount of effort while we were there. You could have treated Keemstar with at least basic human fucking decency, man.
Basic human decency? What the fuck are we talking about? What is this bullshit? So, oh my god, this is so insane. Over $250 now. We lowered the stakes. This is him fighting with wings over $250.
I treated him as well as I treat everybody else. I wasn't mean to him. I didn't say.
Then you should probably consider being a little bit nicer to people, huh?
What did I do? What did I do that wasn't nice to him?
Bitch about money the entire fucking time.
No, I bitched that we weren't working the entire fucking time. That was his complaint
and
with me.
And also about money, and also about how much it cost, and how much everything else. I've got you on video complaining about every goddamn thing.
Right. I complained because my goal was to go up there and work. Nobody wanted to work.
I'm going to put it as simple as you are, okay? As simple as I can. Okay, I'm not going to try to reason with you. I'm not going to beg you. I'm not going to do anything else, okay? If you just, I'm a little bit mad at Keemstar, sure. And you and I could have patted each other on the back and fucking licked our fucking wounds together if you hadn't decided to do this. And we could have been mad at him together, and tomorrow's entire episode could have been that. And instead, you decided to take the dick that Keemstar pulled out and shove it in every fucking hole I have. So who am I really mad at right now? Because, yeah, Keemstar might have cut the paycheck in half. You're the one who made sure it went to fucking zero.
Oh my god. Jordy's the one that made sure it went to zero because Jordy walked off the show. And Boogie is so desperate for every single penny and dime he's got. This was literally 36 hours ago. What the fuck? Okay, I'm going to keep watching this shit because maybe I'll go back to that, but I think you guys get the point. Like, how is he complaining to Wings about anything? How is he ever complaining about money at all for any reason? He's got $5,000 sitting in front of him at this point. The total is almost 100K. I have no idea how high I got. I'm going to keep watching. But even at this point, he wins. I said this earlier. He is in the best position of all time. If I'm in Boogie's shoes, I'm fucking rubbing my hands together, fucking smiling. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, holy fucking shit. I just won. I just won because I've been a sympathy baiting, fucking brainlet for the last X amount of years. Now I get to be the biggest victim of all time. Do you know how much of a victim he could be if he could just say for all time that Destiny accused him of faking cancer and then had to pay him $5,000? Do you know how much of a victim he would be? That's like his dream come true. This is like Boogie's dream come true. You don't think he would love this? This is amazing.
I just want people to remember in the future then, when Boogie says, I have to do XYZ scam to raise money because my medical bills are hurting so much, he can speak publicly about his medical issues to scam his fans to raise money, but he can't take $5,000 to privately confirm a diagnosis that he already publicly said he has. Doesn't make any sense, but
even I have a fucking limit. Even I have a fucking limit.
A limit? What do you yeah, what's the limit? That you won't show, the only thing you won't show is your cancer diagnosis, but you'll show everything else. You'll show your girlfriend's private messages. You'll show your girlfriend's ID. You'll show your blood pressure levels to prove that you're not lazy. You'll show everything except for your diagnosis. Every single thing in your life you'll show. What is the limits? What is the fucking limits?
It's a bad.
I understand that he, there's a big history of people, I guess, scamming people with cancer, and it's like the worst of the worst. Sure. And you're getting confronted with that right now, when your response to that is,
Go ahead.
I'm not going ahead. I'm just, I'm explaining to you.
Go right the fuck ahead. I don't care.
I'm not going ahead with anything.
He's speaking to you very blatantly.
Saying run with the story. I don't care.
Why we're in this situation is just that.
Why are you being so?
People view this as one of the lowest things,
if you 100% believe you have polycythemia vera, why aren't you just trying to disprove that, other than them making you look like you're
because 2 years ago, I'd rather that than the.
Why would you rather that? That's so stupid.
This is the last thing.
Wings is just fucking him in the ass. Like, why the fuck would you rather that? And another thing too is like this guy Boogie keeps responding. The thing I'm noticing too is he keeps responding to whenever someone says something, he's talking to them as if it's like they're the ones posting the story publicly, like they're Dexerto or something. Like this dude on Destiny's podcast is just talking to him, asking him a question. Like he's like, you know, this would be really, really bad. Like if this like definition is really bad, he's like, go ahead and publish the story. What does this guy do? This guy doesn't publish fucking stories. He's just some dude on Destiny's podcast. Like, what do you mean? What are you telling him to publish a story for? Why don't you answer his accusation?
Thing I have is my medical records.
All right, do you care about
if I hand this over, I've given over literally every goddamn thing.
What if you give it directly to Destiny himself? I mean, Destiny's not going to put your fucking medical records all over the place.
Had he, and you know what? This might have turned out differently had he messaged me the night before. And we had
yeah.
It might have turned out differently if he messaged him the night before and had a conversation. Okay. So if Destiny was nice to you the night before, you might have shown the medical records that you apparently have been standing on your ground for the last 2 years. Is the only one thing that you will not show anyone. Everything else you will, but you were willing to possibly move it last night and possibly show it. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
You wouldn't have.
The fedora has Boogie thinking he's a journalist. Oh yeah, the student's like little what, a safari hat or fedora or something. Yeah, Boogie like sees this guy as a journo. It's like this dude's just a guy on Destiny's podcast. Like, what do you mean? Or what are we talking about here?
Nagged him for a whole night not to come out.
Yeah. Why am I the whole goes for not just the confirmation?
Because I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot, guys.
Take care, Destiny. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Good night, guys.
Yeah. Have a pleasant evening.
You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Destiny.
It is wow. I mean, what do you even say? What do you even say to this? Like, he's obviously lying. So, I mean, what other takeaway do you have? Because now he's been offered $5,000. I hear it gets higher and higher as the fucking night goes on. But there's no excuse in this one. Even at $5,000, there's no excuse. It just doesn't make any sense.
That's what it is. I mean, people have been saying this. Jackson Clark's been saying this for 2 years. He asked for my medical records. I told him no. I'm going to tell Destiny no too.
Yeah, but it looks
I would have handed it over to Jackson Clark 2 years ago.
Boogie.
I think he keeps bringing up Jackson Clark because he thinks, like, I guess when that happened, nobody knew who the fuck Jackson Clark was or nobody cared. So he thinks that this excuse works because he did this 2 years ago to this guy, whatever, and it wasn't this huge internet like faking bullshit, right? So he thinks in his head, this works. I can get away with this because I have done this before, and so I'm good. So when I'm doing it now, he's like, I did this 2 years ago, and I'm still doing it now. Like, isn't it in his brain? He thinks that this is still working.
You got to show it to anybody like this. Like, you literally could show it to a third-party person that's just relevant to the.
I want you to sit there and listen. Go ahead, Wings. Go ahead, Wings.
What's your take on this, Tommy?
It's pretty damning. I think I would be in a position where I'd have to show my medical records if I said something.
I can't stress this enough, Boogie.
You just got to show the diagnosis at the very top.
I'd feel like I'd have to do it.
Boogie, tomorrow, listen to me.
I don't know about Boogie,
you guys
but I have like a patient portal
I can hear you.
like you can just click on it.
I don't keep
technical issues.
Yeah, I can hear you. All right, listen, Boogie. Look, you got to understand this. All right, tomorrow, the biggest story in the world is going to be Boogie 298 lied about his cancer.
Good, let him go.
Okay. And then at some point, you're going to bring out the medical papers and you're going to prove that you do have cancer. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying.
No.
Why are you not?
0% chance.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen. And then it's going to be too fucking late because everyone's going to think you lied about it.
I ain't never going to do it.
Then you lied. Then you lied.
Go right ahead.
Why the fuck would you lie about that?
I didn't.
All the substance abuse is affecting his one brain cell. That's like the takeaway I'm getting. That's what I'm actually watching this and thinking, like, what is this? What is this? Bro, I did not think it would be this bad because here's the thing. Like, I saw everything blowing up. I'm not going to show everything or whatever, but I just shot, I like messaged Boogie or whatever. Very brief conversation about stuff. He was like, yeah, I'm not sure. It was literally exactly what he's saying right now. So nothing new or nothing special. But I was like, damn, so maybe there's some sort of context here. Let's see what's going on. I want to actually watch the full thing myself. But there's no sort of like, there's no sort of like excuse here. Like there's nothing I can see here that justifies this reaction at all. Everything that he's saying, Jackson Clark and all these excuses, like they don't add up. None of it adds up. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't make any sense.
I'm telling you the same thing I told Jackson Clark 2 years ago. Go fuck yourself. It's my medical records. Go fuck yourself.
You lied. You share every aspect of your life. Bro, Boogie, you shared that you fucked hookers. You've done all this embarrassing stuff. You're lying.
Oh, there's plenty of things I haven't shared. There's plenty of things I haven't shared, but go right ahead.
Plenty of things I haven't shared. Okay, that we don't know if that's true, but I will say, again, I'll repeat this. When it comes to him being accused of things, he's always willing to overshare. When it comes to him being accused of things, he always shares. This has never happened. There's not a single accusation that Boogie has gotten against him that he has refused to share the information on. Not a single time has this ever happened. So maybe he's like, oh, there's things I haven't shared, like behind the scenes. I don't know, maybe, but not when it comes to you getting accused of shit. This has never happened before.
Prem, what you got to
prem? This is actually so fucking sad, Boogie.
Yeah, it is. It is what it is.
This is like fucking horrible.
It is what it is, and it's so funny because I'm looking at my portal right now.
Show us.
Is that funny?
Fuck you. Portal right now.
Look at his smile. Is this a lie smile? What is this? Look at this. This is his smile as he's looking at his portal, apparently. This is his... Is this supposed to be feigning confidence? Holy shit, my PC's lagging. Look at this. What is this? What are we doing here? Brother, this does not look real. Like this looks like a lie that he's saying. Like this looks like he's lying through his teeth, unironically. Through his teeth. This is Cyrax levels of stupidity. What will Boogie's reaction to the next Medicare stream be? Holy shit, man. It is what it is. If you know, you know. Yeah, it's just like a fucking tipster level like responses.
No, fuck you.
There's no way. Dude. You really lied?
Nope. Absolutely not.
Just fucking prove it.
You should turn around and
fucking prove it.
I mean, I'll scream to the high heavens. Destiny gives you that 5K.
Nope.
Dude, it makes you look like
said no to. Yeah, go right ahead. That's fine.
All you got to do is like
print it.
Can you black print it? No, I'm printing shit. I work here.
He's doing it again. He's like, he's telling Wings to print it. Why are you telling Wings to print it? Wings is not doing shit. He's just like someone who's been your friend asking you like, hey, this looks kind of bad. Print it, Wings. Go ahead and print it. What is Wings going to do? The fuck does Wings have to do with printing shit? He's just asking you, saying that it looks bad. What are you talking about?
Don't work for Dexterdo.
It sounds like this is like his response that he's been prepping for when this came out eventually, and he's just fucking spamming that response to everyone on the call, including Wings of Redemption, who's not going to print shit. It's just his friend saying something to him.
Then print. I'm just saying, whatever. Go run for it. I don't care.
I'm not going to say 100% until you show it. I mean, nothing would make me happier than you embarrassing Destiny. But I mean, it looks bad, Bug.
Let me put out a scenario. It sounds like the doctor said that you had this, disease or whatever, the high red cell, and then you Googled it, and this is cancer, and you ran with it, and you made the video, and then you found out later that you got the form of it that doesn't have cancer, and you can't fucking set the record straight. That's what it sounds like to me.
I got to be honest.
That's got to be Keemstar W, rare Keemstar W. I mean, it's got to be. He's completely right. That's exactly what I think too. As like I'm watching the situation, I'm like, no, this is 100%. Because it would make so much sense too. It's like this is exactly the type of situation that Boogie would fucking stumble himself into, is misreading his diagnosis and then getting confused and then claiming victim. I love how you went from sounding to confused to getting progressively more pissed off. Well, what is this shit? Yeah, I mean, I came in this genuinely with like, okay, I haven't seen the whole thing. Like I've seen bits of it or whatever. Like I've seen stuff on Twitter. Like I said, I spoke with Boogie last night. He pretty much said everything he's saying here. I'm not going to show it or whatever, but it's just literally exactly what it's just this. Everything he said here is exactly the same thing. It's super interesting. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me see the context of this. What's going on? And this context is just like, you're lying. You know what I mean? Like, I just see this as you're lying. There's no, you're caught. Yeah, you're caught. Exactly, officer. Keemster is my theory. He Googled it in the video. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, when he does his, this video, yeah, he literally just pulls up his showing of his, his showing us of his fucking thing is just him saying, here's me Googling it. And he just pulled up the first page of Mayo Clinic. I mean, I don't even know. Just pulls up the first page. It's like, this is what I have. I'm curious, actually, if you look up, hold on, let me just check. I'm actually very curious. If you look up just polycythemia, just itself. Oh my God, look at this. Holy shit, wait, look at this shit. Holy fuck. When you Google polycythemia, the word, the first result is this Mayo Clinic thing. Just the word polycythemia. You type polycythemia in, this Mayo Clinic thing that he's referencing in his video is the very first. Is this what it is? Let me just double check. This is it, isn't it? Am I tripping? Wait. Polycythemia. This is it. He clicked the first link that shows up when you search polycythemia. I didn't even type Vera into the search. Everything says Vera. So he literally just typed polycythemia into Google. The first result, he opened it up and then said, this is what I have. That's exactly what happened. You can just look it up yourself on Google. It's the first result. Holy shit, man. What the fuck? I mean, that's exactly true. Bro. 2 years ago, he did this.
That is what happened. Then I'm still confused as of right now.
Wait, hold on. I gotta listen to what he said.
And you can't fucking set the record straight. That's what it sounds like to me.
It sounds like, I gotta be honest.
If that is what happened, then I'm still confused as of right now.
If that is what happened, why is he even playing into this? If I'm in Boogie's shoes and I'm telling the truth, why would you even act as if this is something that could happen? Right? Like, why would this even be something you would think about? If that happened, then I'm confused, I guess. No, you'd be like, that didn't fucking happen. Here's my medical records. There's no like, well, if that happened, then this, and then this, and then this. What do you mean, if? What are you talking about, if?
Do you understand that? Because the last conversation I had with my doctor, we are ordering these tests, we are ordering these treatments, and I'm going to do them. So if why is he asking
what
me
Destiny's
to do
saying,
them?
they wouldn't ask,
why is he asking me to do them otherwise?
Because he's checking to see if you have cancer, but he wouldn't have given you a biopsy if you already had it. That's what Destiny's saying.
The blood markers are there.
Chat,
I want
do you understand? One minute. Chat, do you understand what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's saying it doesn't matter now.
Hold on. Be quiet for a second. Chat, do you understand what I'm saying? The doctor says, hey, Boogie, you have this.
Polycythemia, yes.
He sits there, Googles it up, and sees cancer linked to it, rushes home to fucking make a video and let everyone know he has cancer without fucking figuring out which version of this is.
Yes.
Which sounds like,
and that's why they refer me to a blood
sounds like it's not the fucking cancer version.
Yeah. I mean, you can see it yourself. You can go through Boogie's life on November of 2022 by typing in yourself polycythemia. You click the first link. That's not a children's hospital, which is this. And then you get exactly what he looked up on his video, which says polycythemia is a type of blood cancer. The first word it says is that. He says, holy shit, I have blood cancer. I'm going to go home and make a video. You can just watch it yourself in real time.
That's what it sounds like.
When STC brought up this scenario, he was like, that's a possibility, sure. Yeah, he said that, but immediately the first word he said was, like, STC was like, is it possible you jumped the gun? And he said, no. Anything's possible, but no. So it's like his first word was no. He shut that down instantly, you know? Call the doctor, 100% that's what he did. Yeah, that's very obviously what happened here.
That's the case. It's a big fucking surprise.
You've been running with...
Did you feel an obligation, the fact that you shared this publicly? All right. I can understand not showing your medical records. He looks certainly Destiny or fans or anybody else or me not entitled to medical records. But you have shared this and used this on a lot of issues, including in private with me. Well, like, I'm having a bad cancer day. You've said that. Those are words you've used to me. If you've gone to the public with this, don't you have an obligation to put it to rest? A moral obligation.
I would rather go ahead and fucking burn.
That's not the question.
What? That's what a horrible answer. What a horrible answer. Tommy's completely right. He's like, you have a moral obligation. And that's true. Like, if you say you have cancer and people are putting into question, and you've used this as for sympathy and possibly just by proxy donations for the last 2 years, you do have an obligation. There's a moral obligation. It's not even about like, show it to me because I have a big dick and I have a lot of, it's not like Destiny's saying that, right? It's like, no, you have an obligation to do this. You've used this and people are calling into question now. You've used this for the last 2 years.
It's the question.
Oh, you're lying. No, why would you rather burn? Why won't you prove it? You're lying. You're fucking. I know you too well.
Same reason I told Jackson.
I know you too well. You're lying. Why,
dude? This is the one fucking thing. This is the one fucking thing I'm keeping to myself. This is the one thing I'm keeping to myself.
You can say that.
Why?
But like, it just makes you look like a liar, and everybody's gonna run like you are a liar.
Good. They already do. They already will.
No, they won't. What do you mean? What are you talking about? You think if I was on, dude? If Boogie showed his, sorry, my mic got fucked up. If Boogie showed his diagnosis to Destiny and clocked $5,000, I would be on stream, or maybe I wouldn't even cover it because I wouldn't want to give Boogie a W. But people would talk about it and they'd be like, Boogie shot on Destiny and Destiny was so in the wrong, he's like fucked for, he can never do anything like this again. He can never call doubt to someone's disease or anything like that again. For the rest of time, Destiny's chat is going to remember when he got fucked by Boogie in the ass. For the rest of time. You don't think that would be a joke in Destiny's chat forever? Of course it would. So, no, it's not that they already would have. You have a chance to still fuck him. Still now.
I know you too well.
What's up, baby?
I understand why you're doing it. You're thinking like, if I don't confirm that, I know I don't have polycythemia vera, there's always doubt out there. But people are not going to doubt. They're just going to assume everything given out.
No, I'm fucked. I delete everything.
Can you answer my question?
But I'm still not going to do it.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm fucked, but I delete everything. What the fuck? So what are we doing?
You do it or not?
The only thing he keeps himself is the proof to the cancer diagnosis. Yeah. And like I said, this isn't something he keeps bringing up. This happened 2 years ago. No, that doesn't matter.
Not do it. I'm asking you a moral question. If you shared this with your fans and you've been, don't you have a moral obligation under these particular circumstances? I don't
perhaps,
think
if I do, I'm going to perhaps, and if I do, then I'm going to ignore that moral obligation here in favor of keeping one last shred of privacy in my life. I shouldn't have shared it to begin with. It was a very stupid decision.
Again, I shouldn't have shared it. Okay, I would understand if he said I shouldn't have shared it. Maybe he put out a video, he deleted the video, and then he didn't mention it for the next 2 years. Again, that would be one thing. And then people bringing up, and then if we lived in a world where he made this "I have a rare form of cancer" video, right? This stupid video that he made, and then he deleted it and didn't really bring it up, and then 2 years later people started pushing him. He was like, "No, I don't want to talk about it." That would be one thing. He's used cancer for the last 2 years every day, right? He's saying I shouldn't have brought it up in the first place. You've brought it up in the last fucking 24 hours. You bring it up every day. Every day you bring it up. What do you mean you shouldn't have brought it up in the first place? You've brought it up more times than there are days in the year. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? It's giving my dog ate my homework. Yeah. Boogie just took my power out. Hashtag Boogie down. Damn. RIP, bro.
I knew no one would give a shit, including the people that are here. I should have never fucking shared it. It should have stayed
no
private.
One would care.
Boogie, hear me out.
You can't use it anymore anyway. Whether you
Boogie, just listen to me for a second, right?
Sure.
What my theory is right. I know it is. I know you rushed to make that video thinking you actually had cancer, and you found out later you didn't. And you
that
obviously
would be a surprise to me as of the last conversation I had with my doctor.
You're lying. You're lying. I know that's how this played out. I know it did. And you've been running with this "I have cancer" thing because you cannot tell the internet that you don't. Because if you tell the internet that you don't, you know what's coming. And that day is here right now. So why don't you just be honest about it?
Because I can't lie. I can't fucking tell you something that I don't believe or don't know. Or don't.
I can't lie. Oh my God, Boogie's saying he can't lie. Come on, man. He can't lie. He used cancer as a scapegoat, but when it's questioned, he does damage control and his back parts so bad. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what, yeah. For the last 2 years, he's done that, basically. Jackson Clark W, bro.
True.
Paperwork.
You can
paperwork. Paperwork. Just show the paperwork.
Oh, I'm looking for it.
I find it hard to believe that you're.
He says I'm looking for. Wait, whoa. He says I'm looking for it right now. Wait, did you hear that? Hold on.
Paperwork. Just show the paperwork.
Oh, I'm looking for it.
I find it hard to believe.
Didn't he just say a second he has it pulled up on his phone? Like I was zooming in on his smile like fucking 10 minutes ago. He says the craziest thing is I have it on my phone right now. He just said that 10 minutes ago. They had it pulled up on his phone right now when he did that fucking weird creepy smile on the camera. And now he's saying he's looking for it. So he's just not even what is he doing right now? Because he's not looking for anything. Photoshopping something?
Is treating you on a cancer that he hasn't confirmed with other biopsies.
They have confirmed it. You can Google this. They confirm it with blood work because the biopsy is both expensive.
I gotta be honest with you, it really comes down whether you want to.
But I would like to do it anyway because there is a shred of hope.
And you can save yourself by showing the top of the page of that blood work.
I'll send you photos from the fucking biopsy, baby.
What? Wait, whoa! Why would you do that and not just fucking put the whole thing to rest right now? You're guarding your medical records because they're sacred to you, and now I'll show you my other shit in the future.
Oh, I've shown photos from my doctor's office.
I understand that, but you're telling us you can't do it now, and now you're saying you're like when the biopsy happens, then you're going to show it. This makes no sense.
No, I'm saying I'll show photos of the biopsy, but I'm not going to show you the results.
What?
You're guarding it. Whoa! Why would you do that?
I'll send you photos from the fucking biopsy, baby.
What? Wait, whoa! Why would you do that and not just
send you photos from the biopsy? So he thinks it's just. He means I'm going to show you photos from the biopsy, like me just sitting in the office of the biopsy. What? That isn't. And he obviously meant the medical records. He slipped. That was a fucking slip right there. Monday Matt laughing a boogie, bro. You know what? Monday Matt sucks ass. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about how Monday Matt just sucks ass? This guy, bro, no, this guy sucks. Is Monday Matt in the chat at this point? Every single time something happens and someone gets called out, Monday Matt is literally just like, he's literally just like, my life sucks, and this is about me. He has to relate like everything to himself. Like unironically, he relates everything to himself. Bro, if you go look at his, look at Monday Matt's channel, bro. Every single video he makes is about himself. It's always like, and so 6 years ago I got called out and this happened. And like this introducing himself video 2 years ago, he's like, 4 years ago, it's the 4-year anniversary of my flagging stream. And every tweet he makes is about his own flagging shit. Like everything he says is about himself. Look at that. Where else is it? Did he delete his tweets about it? Yeah, look at this shit. Look at this guy's Twitter. Look at this. What can I say? Was this shown on stream? How do I fix this? This guy sucks. Lying about cancer is one of the most low down, dirty, shameful things a person can do. Good Lord, YouTube brings out the absolute worst in people. This is him subtly talking about himself, how YouTube brings out the worst in people, like himself wanting to flag. At least I'm not Boogie2988. Every time that there's a controversy with some big YouTuber getting called out for shit, Matt Jarbo's going to be in there being like, hey, it's not me though. At least it's not me. Every single time he's going to do that. I guess Boogie had his mundane Matt moment 2.5 years after Ralph has his. Yes, I'm going to talk about it. His mundane Matt moments. 6 years later, your entire career is defined by something that happened to you once. You can't come up with anything else to talk about except your own fucking bullshits. Like, what? Man, I'm glad this is like for the 4th tweet in a row now. Oh, I clicked something random. Man, I'm glad I had my career-ending moment 6 years ago. Allowed me to really see YouTube for what it is. And you really do either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain. I didn't die a hero. I fucked up. But the saying still stands. Bro. I just want to call him the F slur when I read these tweets. You know what I mean? Like, this looks like a tipster tweet. This is a tipster tweet. Matt fucking Jarbo. Really? The blood of Boogie faking cancer. BTR. How many times do you think he brought himself up on this stream? Still alive. You know the money well is dried up when YouTubers fake cancer and create fake award shows to get money off of their audience. They claim to love but secretly hate. Okay. I don't know, man. 6 years later, Jarbo is still lying about flagging the kill streams. Typical. A tweet with 6 likes. He wasted his time replying to this. Why? So no, Matt Jarbo sucks. He's literally just like, he cannot help but talk about himself. Every time something happens, he's got to fucking bring up himself. I don't care. This guy doesn't deserve any of the attention. It's just fucking, it's cancer, dude. It's worse than Boogie's fake cancer. All right, let me fix this up. Sorry, I had to go on a tangent there because that guy sucks. There's always that Spurg being like, at least I'm not the one getting canceled. Flamenco. Yeah. No one watches his main channel or $3 Theater. Yeah.
You're telling us you can't do it now, and now you're saying you're like when the biopsy happens, then you're gonna show it? This makes no sense.
No, I'm saying I'll show photos of the biopsy, but I'm not going to show you the results. That's me. That's for me.
I'm going to show you photos, but not the results. What's ridiculous?
That's for me.
All right.
I mean, just showing photos of the biopsy.
You realize you can't, like, whether you have cancer or not, right?
Dude,
you know you cannot pull it anymore. You can't pull this.
Dromler already is on the story, and I did not tell them to run it. Dromler already, YouTuber Boogie faked cancer according to Destiny and the clip. So Dromler's already on it. My team's already on it. I did not tell him to do it.
I know. It's already over. Don't worry. I'm down. I'm down. I'm good.
It's already over. It's not, though. It's not over. The next update to would be Boogie shows diagnosis and Destiny fucking kneels and copes. That would be the next Dromler tweet. Boogie, biggest W of all time. The next Dromler tweet would be praising you.
I'm good.
Imagine fucking having a crypto scam and fake cancer scam within 30 days. That's wild.
It really is impressive.
30 days? It's like 2 weeks. Then 2 fucking weeks, maybe even less.
That's fucking wild.
You are my favorite. You're my favorite cowboy.
Hey, I talked bad to a teammate on Rainbow the other week.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I'm just putting it out there. Okay.
Hey, Boogie, can you wait to play? We're gonna be streaming No Build soon. You ready for it?
I don't understand. Like, okay, so let's say you're not lying. All right.
Sure.
The response
that's a pretty good thing to say.
It's a pretty good thing to say. Is it though? Is it a pretty good thing to say?
Let's say that. Let's say you're not lying. All right.
I would have shared it 2 years ago if I was going to share it. I would have sent it to Jackson 2 years ago.
Okay, hear me out. Let's say you're not lying.
Listen to
Your response to all this and like, nah, you can look at my medical records when I'm dead. Just how you're saying it and how you're talking and how defeated you are. It's like you know that you've been caught.
I came across this particular. I always knew this day would come, that I would either have to choose between showing my medical records to somebody, or have the internet say that I fake cancer. And the internet.
How would you always know this day would come, bro? Why? You've thought about that? That makes no sense. Again, there's no also another thing that he might try to say is like, on that stream, I had like a meltdown, like I shut myself off. I was just like, no. And it was a mental breakdown, but here's my stuff now. Now that I've had some time to rest, here's my medical records. He can't pull that. He can't pull like I was getting confronted and I freaked out and shut down. Because if that was the case, then he can't also say for the last 2 years, he's been thinking about this every single day. For the last 2 years, he's been planning that this is how he would respond. This isn't a, I'm getting shut down in the moment response of like, oh shit, like, you know, he does something kind of stupid in the moment, right? Says something stupid, acts stupid, gets locked in this position. No, this is something he's plotted. This response is what he plotted. Insane.
Is now going to
with the diagnosis, this is the response he plotted, alleged, according to him, but I don't think he has a diagnosis at this point. I don't believe it.
Fake cancer, because I'm going to stand on the decision I made 2 years ago, which is this is for me. This is the one I would rather go, and this is fine. I'll leave the internet.
That doesn't make no. Who's going to believe that? Tommy, do you believe that? Do you believe that? My medical records are for me. He tells everybody his medical issues. He's over here. I got high blood pressure.
This is one thing I'm going to hold on to. Like it's actually.
Yeah, no one is going to believe that.
It's the worst.
Yeah, I'd rather just go and leave the internet. I mean, I'll be honest with you. And nobody has
you're
to
guilty. Because you're fucking guilty.
That's I don't want you to leave the internet. It's a great story for LOLCOW for years to come. This show just got legs.
No,
I'm sorry, Wings. Does he seem guilty to you right now?
He's either guilty or his doctor's doing medical malpractice.
I'm fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say this is medical malpractice at this point. It's guilty. You know, there's no like the doctor's stupid. He's lying. Because even if the doctor was stupid, he would have given him a fake diagnosis. He would have said, "Here's your polycythemia vera diagnosis," right? And maybe that was just wrong. That would be medical malpractice. But at this point, it's all Boogie. It's all on him.
Fucking defeated is what I fucking am. I always knew this day would come. And I always knew when I signed.
It is a lot more forgivable if you started with this whole thing and found out later you didn't do it. Because Akeem's theory is pretty solid, I think, that you thought, you honestly thought initially.
We are going to have another conversation with my doctor, and if I'm very confused here, I hope he'll clarify, but it won't do me any good anyway.
If I'm confused, I'll hope he'll clarify. How you are so confident? How could you ever possibly be confused? You say you have it up on your portal. You say this like, oh my God, it's just painful. It's not even close. It's not even close. Okay, so what happens here? Is it just the same thing? This person comes in. I want to skip to this. What is this?
Faking?
Sure. Run with that if you like.
What is this?
All right, so there you have it.
Fly you out.
Okay, hold on.
But if you can provide those papers.
I was afraid this was like some claim I had a hooker or something.
No, I'm not a hooker.
Or like you knew somebody I slept with or something.
I was over here thinking AOC and politics fell apart.
She's been in my feed before. She's an influencer, Boogie. I just can't I can't remember.
That's Tipster's ego, by the way. Oh, Destiny FOMO. Is this Destiny FOMO his like biggest? Wait, was that the? Wait. Was Destiny FOMO the one where Tipster had the clip where he was like, "I said that we're just friends" or whatever, or I said like that's my friend, and then he was like, "That's like trying to like laugh for her approval." Is that the same clip? Dude, someone has to send me that clip. I have no idea where that is, but I know like one of you fucking tards in chat has to have it. That clip where he's like, she calls in and he's like, "Yeah, like." Someone was saying how much they didn't like you, and I was like, "Oh, her? She's my friend." And he like sips on beer or something. Fucking tipster. Is that this woman?
Yeah. He's a retro game big titty streamer.
Yeah, you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
But Destiny wants to talk to you about this. So
Sure,
Boogie, pay attention for a second.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so if you can provide those papers, I will personally fly you out to Florida.
Sure.
Pay for your hotel, or you can stay in my home, and I will take you to Disney.
Nice.
Wow.
I'd rather have the money to pay for tests and shit. Can I get the cash equivalent?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
The cash equivalent. So what is that, like 2,000 maybe? Disney World day pass, flights. I'm assuming Desi's coming. So 2 Disney World day. I mean, that's probably like 1 to 2K, right? Easily. Especially from Arkansas to Florida. That's like a weird flight path. On work break, so can't stay long. What's up, Traden? She's the founding goth mommy. She's the homie. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I remember her being the fucking OG goth mommy, the homie. I said, she's my homie. Tipster. She's my homie.
All right. So there you have it. Thank you, Des.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Why would you take this offer and not take the $5,000?
I'm not taking either. I just wanted to know if I could have the cash equivalent.
Oh.
I'll probably not take either, but or both.
I'll probably not.
Okay. So where's the paperwork?
I'm saying it's not coming.
Medicare, DM me on Twitter. I follow you. DM.
Please watch the part where Boogie admits to holding his ex down for no reason. What is that on this stream? What does he say?
Me on Twitter.
No.
So you're just
Boogie, you piece of shit. You ever lost a family member? I don't think he cares at this point. Like, I genuinely don't think he gives a fuck. Just chilling. Thought I'd pop in and say hi, Connor. What's up, bro? Dude, I don't think he cares. He's willing to lie about this. I mean, I have no other answer besides that he's lying. Who is this that calls in? Is this Muta?
That's a possibility.
By the way, don't do that. I don't want my
Remember
mouth.
when you showed us that your patient board and you like scrolled up like this and it was like this big old Bible of shit? You're trying to tell me every bit of that is saying that you do not or does not have cancer? You think it would be very prominent along most of those papers?
Yeah. Again, doesn't matter. You'll never see it anyway.
He's trying to deflect cancer with physical abuse. Admits to holding his ex down. What? Oh, what about his like diagnosis or something? I'm confused. If you tell me like some line he said, I can like look at the transcript and try to skip to that part, but I don't remember that part. I don't think I've seen that. Okay, so then they get on StreamYards, and then Medicare joins. So the pod is like what? How much is it? Like 7,000 now at least, or 7,000.
So it doesn't matter whether or not in my dissociative state right now I can find something. Doesn't matter. You'll never see it anyway. And
so
what he's saying is disassociative. I'm too disassociated. I'm too disassociated to find my thing. He just said he had it. Didn't he just say he had it? I need to pull up the... Is there no transcript on this shit? I need to pull up this transcript. I need to pull up this transcript. What is the... What is it called? It's a... It's like a YouTube transcriptor generator. I need to pull up the time because I just saw it like a second ago. Here we go. Okay. Give me this. Give me this now. He says, in my dissociative state, I can't find it. Okay, let's see. He just said he had it pulled up. What is this? Holy shit, this transcript sucks. Never mind, I should have used this. This is just useless. But he did. You guys know he did. He said it earlier. He said I have it pulled up on my phone. I mean, what the fuck? He says his ex-wife was physically abusive and he held her down to keep her from beating him. What the fuck does that have to do with cancer? That happens on this stream? Why does that even get brought up? It always boggles me how pathological liars think that their one niche explanation will ease everyone's apprehensions. My brother, you got naked, but the PPW is your last bit of privacy. I saw that picture. I'm excited to watch that part. Boogie would have scammed his fans for $100 easily. He did. He did it for like 10K. Too disassociated date a woman. What does disassociate even mean? I don't know. That's what I was saying earlier. Like he might try to use the excuse of like, last night I was really just like kind of worn down or whatever. Like I was really just like getting confronted and I fucked up and here's my record, right? But that's not what happened here. He said that he was looking for the last 2 years planning for this. This is what he would do for the last 2 years. So it's not a disassociative shit. Connect Kill. I got to get back to work. Thank you for the 2, by the way. I appreciate it. Got to get back to work. Have a dope stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate the 2. Who knows why he brought it up? Yeah, I don't know. For sympathy. Also, first super chat on live stream. Yeah, dope. Appreciate that. Let's go. W first donation. W first donation. But all right. Let's continue from here. I might have skipped some shit, but it's a 4-hour stream, so
it's going to be a little bit, guys. Medicare is coming on. He's got to make a Discord because he doesn't use Discord. He's going to make a quick Discord just to join this call, and then
let's get to when he comes on.
Dumbest shit I've heard.
Is there anybody waiting?
Can you hear?
I don't know.
Medicare says he's backstage. Says he needs.
Yeah, he's backstage.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Jim. What's up? Jim.
Okay. So what's going on? I got a DM from Keemstar telling me to check out a clip from Destiny, and then I watched the Destiny clip, and it's saying that that Boogie's faking his cancer.
Yep, that seems to be the narrative.
Okay, so why don't you walk me through why Destiny believes you're faking the cancer?
He doesn't know the difference between polycythemia vera and secondary polycythemia, and he thinks that I've gotten confused.
I have to work again. Next time I catch your stream when I work. All right, Trey, I'll see you later. Peace out.
Between the two, and that somehow I'm so stupid as to. I think that's the. Am I missing something there?
You're missing a big portion. Jim, what he's missing is to disprove Destiny's whole claims, and because Destiny made a solid case, he didn't have polycythemia vera. All he has to do is show that a diagnosis from a doctor from his patient portal that he has polycythemia vera.
And I'm looking at it right now.
So now he has it pulled up. So before he was like, I'm too disassociative to take it down or like to find it. I can't find it. Like I'm fucked up. Like, oh my God, I can't even see what's going on. Now he's got it pulled up again. Between the time of him saying it like it fucking 40 minutes ago, an hour ago on the stream, now he's got it a second time pulled up. Okay. Now it's in front of him.
He uses to do it.
And Jim, here's my ongoing theory. I think he was diagnosed with this disease or whatever, the non-cancer type, and he rushed to the internet, which he already confirmed. As soon as he was told he had this, he ran and made a video, and then found out it's the non-cancer one after he already told the internet he had cancer. Because that's what Destiny really hit him on. That Boogie has a certain disease that's not cancer. Now, there's a similar name one that is. And Boogie, all he has to do is prove it. He's got the paperwork right in front of him. All he has to do is show the internet that he actually does have this, and he refuses to do it.
Well, and here's the thing, because I did a stream, because I had people saying, oh, you're faking cancer, Jim. So I showed my diagnoses and stuff like that. I'm going to guess he's working on a system similar to Epic, which most medical people do. You should be able to go right into diagnoses, and it's going to list everything that a doctor has ever said you had.
Yep, I just read it to him.
Okay. Oh, he read it? Oh, hold on. Wait, did I miss it? I was at 157.16. Okay. I'm going to skip before fucking Jim shows up. Let's see if I can see him reading it.
Wow, now that we're all here, I'm sending the link to fucking Medicare. Good Lord.
Did he read it?
Got me drinking at 2 in.the.morning.
Oh my fucking God. All right. One in the chat if you're still here. It's Medicare time.
Wow.
Are you still looking for the fucking proof?
No, I'm looking right at it.
You're looking at the proof?
Yep.
He's playing Zombie Tsunami.
Then show us.
Nope.
You think
Jesus.
that's what's happening?
I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's already over.
You didn't care. You wouldn't
Can you? Okay, well, read what it says.
History of hyperlipidemia, scarring of skin, blood pooling in veins, varicose veins of leg with complications, polycythemia vera, degeneration of lumbar or lumbaroscal intervertebral disc, history of basal cell carcinoma, asthma.
So you added the vera part?
He added the vera part as he's reading it. Come on now.
No.
Sounds like.
No.
It sounds like you just so you added the vera part?
That's what it sounds like.
No.
It sounds like you just read it and added the vera part.
That's the fucking dumbest shit I've heard.
Is there anybody?
That's the dumbest shit I've heard. Oh my God. Does anyone believe this? He's such a bad liar, man.
The vera part.
That's the fucking dumbest shit I've heard.
Is there anybody waiting? Is he there?
That's the dumbest shit I've heard. What? Come on.
I don't know.
What document is he even reading? Yeah, that's another question. Like, so there's some document that did blood tests that gave him an asthma result. The last thing on there was asthma. Does that even... listen, I don't know. I've never been diagnosed with asthma myself. Does asthma show up on a blood test? Does asthma show up on a blood test? Is that even... Like, why would that even be on the same list of, like, shit? And if that's the case, his entire medical diagnosis is, like, what? 6... He listed, like, 6 things off. I feel like asthma doesn't show up on blood stuff. He's going to need some time to Photoshop his diagnosis, guys. That's why they can't see it. I mean, at this rate, that's what it feels like. Genuinely. Okay, so I was at 156.17. Let me go back to that.
Right now.
And he refuses to do it.
And Jim, here's my ongoing theory. I think he was diagnosed with this disease, which he already found out. It's the non-cancer one after he already told the internet he had cancer. Because that's what Destiny really hit him on. That Boogie has a certain disease that's not cancer. Now, there's a similar name one that is. And Boogie, all he has to do is prove it. He's got the paperwork right in front of him. All he has to do is show the internet that he actually does have this, and he refuses to do it.
Well, and here's the thing, because I did a stream, because I had people saying, oh, you're faking cancer, Jim. So I showed my diagnoses and stuff like that. I'm going to guess he's working on a system similar to Epic, which most medical people do. You should...
okay, there's something else I wanted to say. I've heard a lot of people talk about, like, the medical stuff or whatever, like HIPAA violations and stuff like that. What's weird about that is HIPAA violations. I was briefly in healthcare for like a couple of years. HIPAA applies to healthcare workers directly relating to like their patients, right? HIPAA doesn't apply to, at least to my knowledge, maybe it depends on the state or the location. HIPAA doesn't apply to random people, right? So if Boogie was to send Keem like the diagnosis, Keem does not fall under HIPAA laws, because he has no obligation to maintain privacy among Boogie's like shit, like no legal obligation. That's my knowledge of it, right? But it does apply to healthcare workers. And I see a lot of people say like HIPAA laws or whatever, like, oh, like reveal it, blah, 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 but I can't because of this. It wouldn't apply. It wouldn't apply in that case. There's no legal shit involving that. Medicare showed every document just to own a lowlife like Mersh. Boogie won't do it for $80K and to own the entire internet. That's a fuckload of money. $80K? How do we even get to that stage?
You'd be able to go right into diagnoses, and it's going to list everything that a doctor's ever said you had.
Yep, I just read it to him.
Okay, and so it lists the cancer there?
Yes.
Okay, so you could screen cap that and just show it. I mean, that's what I did, and then that would be the end of it.
Absolutely. And I made the decision 2 years ago that I would not do that, and I would rather leave the internet than to give the last shred of fucking privacy I have left.
Here's the thing. I understand the privacy argument.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I should have never went public with it.
No. Let me finish. I mean, you can redact information. There's no issue with that. But just show. I mean, it literally is just a page that says patient diagnoses.
Yep.
And then it lists what you have. It doesn't tell you who the doctor is. It doesn't tell you what hospital you go to. It literally just says the disease name.
And I won't be doing that.
But I don't understand
why not. Doing that.
Because he doesn't have cancer. He doesn't have cancer.
Yeah, that's going to be the narrative they'll go with. So that's
the narrative they'll go with.
I'm legit trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. When I shit on you for the crypto thing, man, I said I'd take your word that you had cancer. I'd take your word that the medical shit's expensive.
Yep.
So I mean, I this seems like
I spent 2 years treating a disease that doesn't exist. These people used to be my friends, and I genuinely would have never believed it would even come to this. And I'm just rather be done, man. I'm good. I'm good.
You're playing some kind of backstab. I mean, anybody
can
confront
not at all.
Nobody's dead.
Not at all.
Do you think I backstabbed you?
He just said that. He just did paint it as a backstab. He just did, but now he's saying no, I don't paint it as a backstab. Muta puts 50K on the table later. That's fucking insane. There's no way.
By having
How
Destiny
would he not
on,
accept that?
No, not at all.
One of the biggest streamers coming on our show.
I feel like this could have been a private conversation, and I would have shown you, Keem, specifically.
Oh wait, okay. How about this?
Yeah.
Instead of playing to the audience, like I get it. Okay. I get you've got a podcast going. I get the drama thing. I get all of that, and there's a lot of shit getting flung around.
Yeah, I'm not playing to any audience.
No. What I'm saying is, could you screen cap that, and then pick one of these three guys because you've worked with them, and show them, but nobody else, because I'm sure everybody would.
That's something I could do, and I will never do it. Never do it.
Why?
Between now and when I die, they'll never fucking see it.
Because I don't know. Like, I don't know your relationship.
After he dies, he can't be canceled, and after he's dead, right? It doesn't matter at that point. He won't do it when he's alive because he has to face the consequences as an alive man, you know. Boogie has ligma. Yeah, at this point, that's pretty much what he has at this point. He has a ligma. He doesn't have cancer. He's telling the whole audience to fucking ligma. Telling the whole internet to ligma.
I'll have it tweeted when I'm dead. Don't worry about that.
But
he has a death switch on his cancer diagnosis. It'll be tweeted when I'm dead. His death switch. The documents. His death switch. Dropping the fucking simple document that would have disproved everyone. There you go. Boom. Okay.
They'll see what I'm going.
But if they're giving you this accusation, right? I don't get why it would shut them up immediately, right?
Yeah.
And then nobody else would ever have to see it. You keep your privacy.
Sure would.
I don't understand why you wouldn't be willing. I mean, that just seems weird to me.
I'm good.
You're gonna walk away from this, looking like
I'm not walking away from. Yeah, I'm not.
Well, no, but I mean, it's gonna look like you made it up now.
Sure, let him have it. I'm good.
He's waddling away. He's waddling away from the internet. It's bullshit, Boogie. You're obviously lying. Just be real with us.
Go with it.
You know, we're
go with it.
Honestly, I expect lies from you, but I don't expect this. This is wild.
Yeah,
but
which obviously I did not do nor would.
But I can see how this happened, because they told you that you had this disease. You Googled it, saw it was linked to cancer, and you rushed to make a fucking video that you have cancer. And then you found out later that you don't. But you had to continue the lie.
Yeah, that'll be the story you guys will tell and enjoy.
What do you mean? It's not a story. I know this is how it played out.
Go play it out and enjoy it.
I know it is. Is there anybody? Okay, let's say you've got issues with them, right?
Yeah.
Is there anybody?
Seen it? My roommate's seen it.
Well, no. I mean, aside from somebody that lives with you, like a Coffee Zeller or some neutral.
My most confident people, no. There's
but I mean, like a neutral third party.
Other than my most confident people that I trust, I would know. No, I'm not. And even in that, I wouldn't do that. I could call Desi
people that I trust. So what the fuck does that? What? The most confident people you trust. So what do you think? What is going to be revealed though? Okay, this is what I don't understand. Like, he thinks that if he shows this to Keemstar is going to post it on the internet, even if all the information is redacted. What the fuck would that do to Boogie? What would that do to Boogie? The people that I trust. Well, how would Keem even break your trust in this scenario, right? How would Keem break your trust? By posting your redacted information on the internet, proving you have cancer and owning the fucking libs? Like, how? I have no answer.
I won't even do that. I won't even do that. No, thank you.
I mean, it looks bad. Good. You understand that? It looks terrible.
Yes, I know. I'm good.
Can I ask you? I mean, when you got the diagnosis, how did they diagnose you? Can you say that at least?
Yes, we did a blood test, which we do every 3 months or 6 months regularly. They saw that my red blood cell counts were up. We had a conversation about that. I didn't think too terribly much about it. He said he wanted to check for blood markers for polycythemia vera. They look for a specific hormone in the blood that is produced. They found it. He called me and let me know that they found it, that means I have polycythemia vera and that we were going to treat it, but the treatment plan doesn't change very much because you cannot treat the cancer directly, so you have to treat the symptoms. And so for the last 2 years, we've been doing that. And one of the things I would like to do is because there is a chance that those blood markers are being brought on from another reason, even though it's invasive and expensive and pretty pointless, I was going to go ahead and push for the bone marrow biopsy, because I would very much, now that I have a girlfriend and somebody that I love in my life, I would very much like for them to be wrong, and it's like a 1 in 1,000 shot, but I thought I would take it.
Like, what do you mean you would? Why would you even take that? If you've been grifting off of cancer, what's even the point, right? Like, if you know you have cancer, you've been getting treated for cancer, what's the point? Boogie would share his social security number with Keem before the diagnosis. I think he probably had to. He's probably, Keem, or at least his company, has his socials, I'd assume, especially if he had to get paid for one LOLCOWLIVE. Like, I think guaranteed he has his socials through LOLCOWLIVE. I know that actually, yeah, because even when I was getting paid for LOLCOWLIVE, you have to do it's every job does it. It's nothing special. You send your information in to get paid. So Keemstar literally does have his social security number, actually, like on a file. So you're not even wrong. He actually has to have his information, and I don't think that Keemstar is doing illegal payments. I know that because I was there. So yeah, he does unironically have that. And also with the Happy Punch shits, like, he has to have like information involving that too. If he really had cancer, he would threaten to sue for defamation. Yeah, I know. No, I've been saying this. It's like, this guy has the biggest win in internet history. I can't even imagine a bigger win. And not only is it a win, he also gets to be the victim. He gets to be the biggest victim ever imaginable, right? Like, him showing this actually should feed everything that Boogie knows. The only thing that Boogie strives for, which is being a victim, this would feed the biggest complex of all time, right? Because now you get to like win a bunch of money, and you get to be like, yeah, I know these assholes like said I fake cancer. Like, I showed them. Fuck those assholes. You know, like, I just, it really sucks being on an internet where people try to accuse you of this, but excuse me. But yeah, like, oh gosh, I showed him really good, but no, he's not doing that. He doesn't want to take the best victim card ever imaginable. He'd rather take the biggest humiliation ever imaginable, which maybe shows that his humiliation fetish is more valuable than his victim fetish to him. I guess that's what this shows.
Would take it.
Or
and that's how Destiny's come up with his LARP and all this other stuff.
Okay, so and the bone marrow biopsy would be the conclusive test for this, then? Or?
Yes. I mean, there's pretty much no other reason that the body would be producing this particular hormone, according to my doctor and according to everything I've read. But
Destiny's argument, Medicare, is that they wouldn't be doing the biopsy had they already made the confirmation to begin with. That's so. I couldn't tell you if that's true or not. But.
I don't know what kind of cancer. I'll give you what happened with me, right? So
imagine having to tell your boss you have a grave illness, but then being like, no, it's private. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's literally like, I don't know. I mean, this is like, I just keep thinking this is the one thing that he could show that would win him the internet. Boogie would win the internet unironically.
I had a growth on the top of my head. It looked like a portal wine stain. Nobody really gave it much thought. You go and get some steroids. It's some, we don't know what it is. And for like a year, it was just flat, no issues. And then it started like wildly growing. And the doctor's like, shit, I don't know what this is. You should go into dermatology. So I go into dermatology, and the guy's like, oh, we gotta fucking biopsy this thing. We gotta take a look at this shit. So they do the biopsy. They're like, we've got to set it in for cell staining. On top of that, we're gonna do blood work and a PET scan. And then they also ordered a bone biopsy too. And did all that, and it took like a week, and I got everything back, and then they're like, conclusively, you have lymphoma. I mean, that's what's going on. That's a tumor.
After you got the conclusive, have you had biopsies since for separate reasons, or to double check since you were diagnosed?
Yeah. So basically, what happened was I got the diagnosis right after the initial biopsy. They set up some blood work, a PET scan, and then they did the bone biopsy just to see if it had spread. And then from that point onward, I didn't need extra biopsies. What they would do is they just do PET scan imaging because it'll make cancer light up in your body, like any areas or like any autoimmune stuff. But yeah, it took like a week, and it was definitive. It was cut and dry. It was like
in a week's time, by the way. So it took a week to do this for Jim, but it's been 2 years since the alleged hormone bullshit for fucking Boogie. At this point, I wonder if it is just because he's like how Tommy said earlier, it's like the reason it's taking so long is because Boogie's hoping that he develops cancer over the last 2 years. Hold on, retweeting another stream. He's hoping that he develops cancer in the time that it takes for him to do this, so he can say he had it all along. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like to me.
This is what you have. This is what we're seeing under the microscope.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know.
It is a fairly different cancer. Number one, there's no attacking this one or treating it directly. And number two, the prognosis on it is 20 years. Like you pointed out, you have real cancer. I have like the fucking starter kit of cancer. Right, it's just a blood disease. Realistically, it does 5%. 5% of people in the first 10 years have it convert to leukemia. I think it's a higher percentage after 20 years. The biggest risk is that it produces too many red blood cells in your blood, and that causes you to be at a higher risk of stroke or heart attack. And I'm already at an extremely high risk of stroke or heart attack.
This is just all horseshit.
Myself at this point, but
I'm sorry, but did you say starter? Did you say starter kit? Like you haven't started having cancer?
No, it's like it's like the tutorial version of cancer.
What he's
Does
saying
that make sense? It's the easy one. If you're going to get one, this is the one you want to get.
You can live forever on this thing. It rarely kills people.
It's not the Dark Souls of cancer. That's right. It's
the Animal Crossing of cancer. You have the Dark Souls of cancer.
No, I'm not even close. So, I mean, it's weird being in the position I am to say this. So, okay.
Cancer, man.
Just with the crypto shit, man. I mean, there were so many fucking lies related to that.
Sure.
And you came off terribly with that. Yeah. So now you've got Destiny. You've got
just smoking packs and packs and packs of cigarettes a day. Yeah, if he has lung cancer, just trying to build up that lung cancer so he can have the diagnosis. Polycythemia vera isn't real. You know what else could happen too? He could say that he has what is it called? He was the other cancer got cured. Polycythemia vera is cured now. I don't have it anymore. Look at my diagnosis. I don't have it, but now I have this cancer. So it's always one after another. So he's just like hoping to get one cancer. and until it comes to another form. Yeah, the Animal Crossing of cancer. I can't believe he's describing it that way. And he's lying about having it too. He's lying about having the Animal Crossing of cancer, which would be the easiest thing you can lie about. Polycythemia vera isn't really a leukemia. It's just a slow myeloproliferative disorder. Myeloproliferative disorder. Someone who has worked with physicians that diagnose this. Gotcha. So, yeah, that's what I imagine, because I don't know where the mutation happens, but every time they kept saying it happens, like, it's a mutation that happens that increases your red blood cell levels. I didn't think it was actually cancer in the blood. I don't know where the mutation happens, maybe in the heart or something, I have no idea, but some sort of cancer mutation didn't cause that. Where in the scale is the fortnight of cancer? That might be more like Medicare. Medicare maybe has like the fortnight of cancer. You know, where it still can be kind of challenging, but not like the end of the world, you know? I think that might be more like Medicare. Yeah, I'm joking. Well, I have cancer. The diagnosis was just wrong. All my symptoms match according to WebMD. Boogie soon. Yeah, once he like forces himself to get lung cancer. You can't cure polycythemia vera unless it's secondary, which would prove Destiny's point. Oh, really? Holy shit. Maybe he wouldn't research that, and then he was going to go with that point. I didn't know you can't cure it. That's hilarious. Holy shit. Imagine he did that with like when public, like he got some other form of cancer and then it was like, here's my diagnosis, is like actually post his medical records now that he really has it. So he can like escape the lie. And then he said he got cured of polycythemia vera. His life would just be over. It'd just be finished.
Destiny you've got Destiny making these accusations.
Yeah, if I tweet this tomorrow, it's not going to change anything. I'm just done. It doesn't matter.
It would make everybody look like an asshole.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It would make everybody on this fucking stream look like the world's biggest assholes for doubting
you. They'll pick it apart, and they'll say I'm lying again. They'll say the proof isn't enough. The web portal's not enough. Now I want a fucking medical record. Now I need to see a fucking list.
What about your peers?
Not going to do it. Not going to do it.
I would straight up apologize.
We don't work together
for doubting you.
Yeah, we don't work together anymore. We're good. We're good.
What do you mean we don't work together?
I'm leaving the internet. I'm good.
No, you're not.
I'm leaving.
We know you too well.
This is what does
He's
it.
just being dramatic at this point. He's definitely not fucking leaving the internet. Cancer speedrun. Yeah, I know. I'm a shark, so I can't get it.
Makes sense to me. If you're in the right, if these assholes are persecuting you and you have cancer,
would you want to sit in here with these people for 2 nights a week? Because I don't.
I don't know. What are you paying? What are you paying, Keem? What are you paying?
He's getting paid to pay his mortgage from this show. He's manipulating right now.
I'll take his mortgage. Fire his ass. I'll take his mortgage.
Yeah, get on the
fucking show.
Shit.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Let's go. LOLCOWLIVE. We'll actually have good content. Keem starts quitting and Medicare's in the live stream. Holy shit. It would be actually the best content of all time. Let's fucking go, please. Kick Keemstar off. Replace him. He didn't even deactivate his YouTube channel. Who deletes the internet first, Tipster or Boogie? Well, Boogie already deactivated his Twitter. I saw that. He deactivated his Twitter. But everyone was saying he deactivated his YouTube channel last night. Like, I saw some fucking tweets about it or whatever, but it's still up. I just pulled it up to watch his video, so it's not gone. It's not gone at all. Let's see here. Yeah, no, it's not.
That's a good replacement. I'm proud of that. That's a very good replacement, Jim.
But why would you leave? I don't understand. If you're in the right, if you have cancer, if they're the assholes, if you could make them look like cunts and make money, why would you leave the internet?
Here's the screenshot of it right here. I just took the screenshot of it right here.
I got to be honest. We do need
to send it to one of them.
The screenshot of it right here.
But there's nothing. I mean, this is a blank screen, right? Am I doing awesome detective work here? Like, can this even be seen? Oh, shit. And that's just nothing. There's no, you can't see anything there, right? Yeah, surely not. There's no point. This is the screenshot. This is the thing that would save Boogie's life. He's just showing it to you. And he's not going to do anything about it. He's just openly showing it.
I got to be honest. We do need...
Then send it to one of them and shut them the fuck up, and then you'll never have to listen to it again.
No.
I gotta be honest. We do need Destiny, or like excuse me, Medicare on here because we actually do need a host with cancer.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude,
so you're saying you're gonna walk away. No more YouTube, Twitter, any of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay,
this is too much, man. This is too much.
But why? Why? Aside from this shit, if you walk away from the show, but why?
Because this is too much, man.
Dude,
There's nothing there, bro. Pull up a white screen. Yeah, like the screenshot's just fucking empty.
The problem is it's taken so long for you to even get that screenshot. By the time you send us a screenshot, people are going to be like, well, he made it.
Yeah, the damage already done.
He made a fake screenshot in that time.
Exactly. There is no way out of it. It's already over.
I'm going to FaceTime. I guess Desi's phone and then show me on FaceTime.
It's not already over. I mean, here's the thing. A screenshot can be fake, but he could do like a video recording. He could fucking sit there. I mean, like, even like there's ways to prove like Discord messages. Like time doesn't completely permanently like not allow like Discord messages to be shown, right? Like people will like post Discord messages and then like a week and a half later they'll be like, or like a week later the commentary community will be like, yo, can you show like a scrolling video of this? And they'll be able to show a scrolling video of it to prove that it's real. Like time isn't a constraint on if you can prove it's real or not. You know what I mean? Like that makes no sense. That's ridiculous. He can still show it. He can easily still show it.
Right now?
No.
On your phone?
No. Never.
You're lying.
Oh, you gotta use Keem. You've got to use carrot and stick. What bonus would you pay him?
That point, no, it's pretty. Yeah, 35 years you fell off. Blood is speaking to himself. I know. I went live at the same time as Nick Diorio. I kind of got fucked. Kind of got fucked in the ass. That's unfortunate. Nick Diorio stole all my views. I got bent over.
To do that.
There's no. Oh, I've already been offered $10,000 plus a free trip to Disney World, and the answer is
well, nobody likes Disney World. $10,000.
I love Disney World.
It was 5,000.
It's up to
5,000.
15,000 total.
15 grand. Fucking do it.
No.
He's going to pay you $15,000 to look like an asshole in front of his entire audience, and you're saying no.
Yep. This is too much, man. I don't know if you guys can understand.
I can completely understand. I went through 2 years of fucking people like Mersh saying I was faking it.
Yeah.
And so I did a stream. And sold a shit ton of hats laughing at him showing medical records. You've got the opportunity to do the exact same thing right now on his home turf.
No, I'm good.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I mean, there's no recovering from this. I mean, how else do you even respond to this? So $10,000 down. $10,000 down the drain. He's showed everything else in his life for the last 2 years. He's shown his girlfriend's private DMs. He's shown his girlfriend's ID. He's shown his blood pressure. Everything that every time he's ever confronted about anything over the last 2 years, it's here's the proof instantly, right? There's not this like my last shred of privacy idea. No. Everything that's happened over the last 2 years, he's immediately shown it. But this is the one thing he wanted. This is the one thing he wanted. Jokes on us, this guy's only pretending to be a retard. Yeah. Exactly. Dude. There's no fucking answer for this.
This makes no sense.
Coffee and Charlie just put up videos about an hour ago about this Boogie's cooked. Yeah, I think I'm genuinely I'm gonna review a little bit more of this, and I'm also just gonna make a video too, because fuck it, just post a fucking video. I mean, this is insane. I don't even think I'll chop up the stream. I'll just make a separate one because there's a few points here that I'm gonna watch their stuff, but it's just crazy watching Boogie talk about, like, literally last night, Boogie talking about how much he needs money, how much he's desperate for money. Literally last night, saying like I would do this and this and this for fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I would do this. I would do so much for $1,500 a month. I would lick Hitler's fucking dick for $200 or for $1,000 a month. Like, I would do anything. And now it's this. Just crazy. Just fucking nuts. Carfy and Charlie just put up videos about an hour ago. He already showed the problem list and the documentary. Why are you using Boogie's situation for views? Damn, bro, you got me. You exposed my ass, dude. I know. Talking about Boogie lying about cancer, dude. I just got fucked. It's over for me. But yeah, like, literally, like, fucking, he's begging for money to Wings for 20 minutes, 36 hours ago. And now he's turning down 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80K. 80K live on air. Dude, who's going to defend him? What is the next step for Boogie? Is it actually just leave the internet? I think it's actually just leave the internet. It's like there's no answer.
No sense to me.
Yeah, it probably doesn't.
Hey, don't you want to take care of Desi? Isn't that
Yeah,
what you told us?
I promise you I plan to.
Is this the
I
way
promise you I plan to.
Yeah,
I promise
how are
you
you
I
going
plan
to do that if you're not on the internet and just running away? Like, you can't have it both ways.
You'll see.
Okay.
What are we going to see? You're going to go like cut tickets at the local movie theater?
Some ordinary gamers will
Wings W.
also put $10,000 towards it.
Make it 100.
25.
Make it $1 million.
If you have cancer, if you prove that
this is bullshit. No. You got 25K sitting on the table. There's something fucky going on here.
Yeah, the something fucky is, man. I'm just exhausted. I'm done.
You just did a crypto scam to make money because you said you're worried about cash. They're offering 25K.
Yeah, I thought
you get
that
to
was funny.
shit on them. You get to shit on them.
Yeah,
and
Watching the CoffeeZilla video and Boogie's melting down the phone. What, the new one? Honestly, I might switch that. I need to watch that. I'm gonna switch over. I mean, I cannot see. I don't know how else this can get worse. We know what's gonna happen here. It's fucking. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very obvious what's happening here. There's only so many different ways you can say. So many different ways you can say fucking. I'm a lying asshole, right? Like, there's just so many different ways you can say that. I want to see what he says. CoffeeZilla. Confronting Boogie 298 on fake cancer payments. Okay, let me see this.
YouTuber we accused of a crypto scam just got accused of faking cancer.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Despite being offered a total of $80,000 to prove everyone wrong if he could show his diagnosis to a private third party, he refused to do so, which is annoying because publicly he uses his cancer as a shield from any wrongdoing. In fact, when I confronted Boogie on his crypto scam, that's one of the reasons he used.
I'm in pretty dire need of money. I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer.
And more specific.
Yeah, I remember him saying that over the phone. Boogie has no actual skills. He can't just quit the internet and get a real job. Yeah, wasn't his whole documentary whining about the fact that there's no chance he can get a real job? But now he's like, I'll be fine. I'll get it. Okay, retard. Thanks for the streams and vids lately. I learned about you from when you got fired, and then maybe have the most fun of any stream ever when you cover the Doggy Man with Bowlax. Keep it up. Oh yeah, the fucking Animal J Smith stream. Holy shit, dude. I was dying at that. That stream is so good. I still think about that. Animal J Smith is my favorite character of all time. Thank you for the message. I'm gonna keep watching.
Specifically, why he had to promote the coin and couldn't pay back $5,000.
The money's already spent. It's at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. I used it to pay debts.
I'll be honest, I have no idea if Boogie is faking cancer. I also don't understand why he wouldn't just show it if he had a diagnosis, but either way, we won't know without an actual doctor involved. So I won't speculate on that. But what I can do is confront Boogie on this second claim, the cancer and medical bills, because I found out a few days ago that these statements were false. I know this because Boogie gave us a timeline of when he got paid in the first place.
So when were you paid the $5,000?
5 days ago.
Later, I verified with Boogie this payment occurred on June 19th. And when Boogie said all the money was gone on June 26th, that gives us a window of time where he should have receipts for about $5,000 of medical expenses. Boogie, when I asked, agreed to share these expenses with me, and the following conclusions are based on him providing accurate records, which I know is a dubious idea, but when he shared what he had, it fell far short of even what I was expecting. He gave me 2 receipts for the time period, one for $154, the other for a copay of $60, a total of $214 by the time we talked. So where did the rest of the money go? Well, Boogie claimed that it was really intended for medical expenses after we spoke, and that when he said the money was gone, he meant it colloquially and then accused me of lying.
What the fuck is he doing? What is that? How can someone like do this and live with themselves? How can someone do this and live with themselves? Has Boogie ever told the truth? Yeah, I don't know. This is telling me he's never once told the truth. Found you from Tom Dark. Love your videos, man. Keep it up. Thank you, Captain. Thank you, Captain 949. Appreciate it. Yeah. Never. He's never told the truth. Yeah, no, he's never told the truth. Not once.
Wait. That's on June 28th. That's on June 28th.
What the fuck?
You showed me a payment for $550 on June 28th, which is after we talked, after you told me the money was all gone.
Yes! Have you never heard of the colloquialism? Yeah, that money's all gone. It's all spent. I have a specific thing I need to do with it. Have you never heard that colloquialism? Use fucking Google then. It's very common.
There's no way. What the fuck? Holy shit. Dude. He's yelling. What the fuck?
I'm saying.
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny.
I can tell. Yes.
Oh my god, now you're not the victim? Before, he always loves like acting like the victim and then not the victim, back and forth. Like, didn't he always like claim he was the biggest victim of all time because like so many trolls on the internet have been fucking with him and like scrutinizing him? I'm not used to this level of scrutiny. I'm not used to it. Wow. Spurging molding seething, yeah, actually. YouTube algorithm showing me your videos. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Pochi. Appreciate it. Actually rage bigging.
Yes. Okay, so I have a big problem with this because looking back at what Boogie said, it wasn't just the money's gone, which already means very specifically the money's gone, but he also says the money's at Mercy Hospital right now, which is a colloquialism I've never heard before if you mean it's not at Mercy Hospital.
It's at Mercy Hospital right now.
But even being as charitable as I can, adding in everything he calls medical expenses outside of our time window, like there was an $1,000 credit card payment. Okay, we'll just say that's medical, right? He's still only able to get me to about $2,500 worth of medical expenses for the month, most of it not to Mercy Hospital, which I wondered about. Did he need the fatty coin then from where I was sitting instead of having spent the money on medical bills? It looked like he saved most of it because of his starting and ending bank balances for the month. Wait, you're taking... You paid about $2,500.
Why is he actually just rage picking and yelling like you're a fucking liar? Everything Kavi's showing is the truth. He's just this guy's like a fucking animal. He's not even real. Oops, my chat's off the screen. This guy's not even real.
Like you're also talking about money you haven't spent, which you're trying to add up to $3,000. That's not the $5,000 you said was gone. And then you're taking...
I told you it was $4,000 when we started this conversation, but of course you're lying about that too.
Boogie, can you explain exactly how you started the month with $800, ended it with $5,000? You're saying the $5,000 you made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with it.
I saved my ass off.
That's right.
Oh,
the $5,000 Boogie made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with the $5,000 sitting in his bank account right now. That's there because he pinched his pennies. Now, when I pointed out Boogie could have refunded the scam if he wanted to, he freaked out and told me he's got a mortgage to pay. Boogie, you need to pay that $5,000 back. You need to find a way to refund people.
You, it's spent. If I do, I won't have
It's not spent. You have $5,000.
No, well, I can't. I won't have mortgage.
But this is totally shifting the goalposts. Remember, the reason we were told the money was at Mercy Hospital right now, that was initially. Now it's because he's got a mortgage. But also, Boogie had showed me his income for the last month. And it looked to me like the podcast is what paid for his mortgage. And so I asked, wouldn't that money pay for your mortgage? Boogie said, this month it wouldn't because he had to go on a special trip. And his co-host was withholding all the money for that month.
Do you understand?
You're not getting Where's your podcast payment coming from? You got that on the 30th.
It's being fucking kept so we could go for this goddamn trip. The money's coming out of my goddamn paycheck.
So you're going on a trip.
Yes, I'm being forced to go up there to film the fucking podcast live. I told him I didn't want to. He told me the business was going to pay for it. And then he just said he's taking it out of the check.
Now later, I asked his co-host Keemstar
I will
about
say
this.
It's kind of gay that Keemstar takes the money out of the check to force him on a trip. Like, is a little bit fucking homo. But at the end of the day, I mean, you could have just not gone, right? You could have just not gone. If you think it's gay, you weren't forced. Keemstar did not literally have you on a leash. You could have talked about it and been like, I don't have the money to do this trip right now. I need the full check that comes with it. Sorry. Like, you can have some tiny bit of ball. You can have balls to stand up for yourself, but then if you're not going to do it, if you're going to go to the trip, then you can't fucking complain about it after you go. You know what I mean? You can't complain that then they made charge you when he said he would. Boogie is so mad his lies aren't working, actually raging. Yeah.
And he seemed surprised. He said the show definitely pays for Boogie's mortgage, so I was confused. Later, Boogie was confronted on this by his co-hosts, and Boogie suggested maybe I edited the clip out of context.
You told him that you weren't getting paid from this show. He played the fucking recording because he recorded you.
Then why? Then I understand that. Do you think people can edit things to be a little bit out of context?
Well, if he wants to play that game, here's the clip where Boogie directly says it. He says he's not getting paid.
Boogie, you could have gotten through this month without the crypto scam, is what I'm saying.
And I could have not paid my friend back for covering my medical bills.
No. You
and I couldn't. No,
what,
listen,
okay, by the way,
listen.
What fucking medical bills are $5,000 a month? Can't you set up payment plans for medical bills? Can't you do minimum payments, like shit like that? Like, the only option is that you have to drop $5,000 on it instantly. Don't medical bills like not apply to your credits, like stuff like that? Like, maybe I'm totally wrong and misinformed, but like, what fucking medical bills is like you must drop $5,000 instantly on it? That he can't like come up with some kind of payment plan if he's like struggling for cash, right? Like, to my knowledge, every time I've ever had a medical bill, especially an expensive one, or since I worked in healthcare and heard this, they will take anything that you give them. Like, even if you call them and say, look, all I can afford right now is fucking $30 a month, you can just keep it that way. Obviously, it's still going to stay in your debt, but if you have to, you can just keep it that way, right? You can just keep it paying $30 a month for a fucking $5,000 bill or something, right? Like, you can. That's what I've always heard. I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Boogie mentioned that he received bloodletting treatment on last night's stream. He's been practiced for a little over a century. Never heard of medical bills without a payment plan. It's sus as fuck. Also, $5,000 per month is wild. Does he have an insurance deposit? Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what's so sus to me. It's like I said, maybe I'm misinformed. I'll totally take the L if I'm misinformed. But to me, I've always heard that medical bills can have payment plans. I've always heard if you're financially struggling, one, it doesn't even affect your credit anyway. So you can talk to these people and be like, yo, all I can afford is this. Sorry. You're getting $30 a month. And they'll have to take it. I mean, what are they going to do? No, don't pay us anything? No, of course they're going to take your $30 a month. Like, you can negotiate these things, but he's acting like, at least for when he says debt, specifically debt, because he mentioned all the $5,000 was going towards debt. So he's specifically saying debt, like pills and shit like that, I get it. When he's specifically saying debt, it's like, I feel like you can do payment plans for that. 100,000%. There's just no way. And the payment plans are never going to be $5,000 a month unless you set it to that. If you don't have any kind of negotiation or anything with him, then I just don't see that happening. Boogie Bros is so over, yeah.
Well, I've seen I've seen your bank statement, so I know.
Because you're ignoring the fact that I need to pay mortgage.
Yes, your mortgage, right? Which should have come from the podcast.
Coming in. There's no more money coming in between now and then.
Which should have come, but it should have come from the podcast. It's not.
Right, because I'm not getting paid this month because I have to travel to do an on-location shoot.
This guy is so manipulative. He has managed to move the story from.
That's just straight up. He's not getting paid this month. Even if that's true, he said on stream that he's going to make $500, or he paid $500 for the trip, and the podcast makes like $2,000 something a month for each of them, because I'm sure it makes around $10K, right? So it splits between multiple people. They said this on the stream. It splits between multiple people, editor, blah blah blah. That's $2,000 each. So even after the trip, $1,500 a month, you're not getting that. That's just not going to your account. Is he paying Ozempic out of pocket or some shit? I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But he's always said that he has medical debts and bills. I think even before Ozempic. So that's just what's confusing me. It just sounds like a lie.
The money's at Mercy Hospital right now. To, well, I have $2,500 of medical expenses at some point in the month. To, well, the reason I'm ending the month with $5,000 is because I'm such a great saver and I needed to pay my mortgage. To, no, actually, that mortgage was paid for too. The last point I want to address is the accusations he made against me on his show. He says he should have never taken a call with me. He says I recorded him without his consent, despite me telling him up front this was all going to be public and that I was a pro.
Interesting. Sub chat, what's up, Bond? Any medical expenses in the thousands will have an option of a payment plan. They make extra money based off interest, and it's in their best interest that more people get their services for money. Yeah, for interest, stuff like that. I mean, I had like a medical bill once that was over $1,000, and I think I was even able to do a no interest plan. Now that obviously I don't think that'll be the case for everything, but like hospital visits, you can do payment plans. just general debts or surgeries or blood work, you can do payment plans. I'll say like things like medicine, I don't know, because I've never really been diagnosed with like medicine that you have to like pay every month. So I don't know that for sure. I've never had that. But any kind of like work or surgery or visits to the hospital or being hospitalized, like I've always heard that that can be payment plans. You know what I mean? There's a lot of options with medical. You're always fucked long term if you don't have good insurance, but the actual retrieval of those funds is very flexible. Yeah. That's always what I've heard.
Approaching him for comment. This guy now acts like I tricked him.
I should have never talked to CoffeeZilla to begin with. It was a joke, CoffeeZilla.
Who told you that?
Of course you fucking did. Much less the second fucking time. Then in this, by the way, CoffeeZilla records you without telling you he records you.
That's not
Name
true.
a
He
YouTuber does that.
He told
No,
me.
he did in the first time. In the first time.
Well, I think it's worth showing you then how he talked about me behind the scenes when he spoke with me, because it was very different to what he's saying now. Now he's saying I'm taking him out of context, that he didn't know what was going on. Here's what he was saying back then.
Amount of integrity. I really, really appreciate it.
Hey, no. I mean, to be honest, I'm happy to do it. It's something that I really like people to know ahead of time. I mean, it's not. Yeah. I try to play a long game with YouTube. I'm not interested in like a quick video. Like, who cares? Like, I'd rather, you know, you look better and you get your point across than.
Thank you. And it shows that you have the integrity that I believe you did. 110%. It means so much. Many YouTubers would not have done that for me, and you did, and I think that's incredible. And no matter what you have to say in this video, I'll never have a bad thing to say about you. Even on the show, even on the LOLCOW podcast, where my job is going to be to attack you back, I'm just not going to do it. I'm like, no, I think coffee was fair. I'll be genuine. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
All right.
I really appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Have a good night. Have a good night.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Why is he so two-faced like that, man? Come on. There's a lot of options in medical. Oh, yeah. What makes it weird is that he took the 10K from the crypto scam, but doesn't accept 550 to 100K just to show he had cancer. Yeah, no, I was saying that. Like, it's not even just that. It's like, this is the one thing he won't show. Like, I pulled up some shorts here while I was watching the video, right? So when it comes to documents, right, he'll show everything possible. He'll show everything possible. November 2023, Wings asks for proof that his girlfriend's not underage. Instantly, what is his response?
Exist? Stay
Don't
alive.
you have like Can I ask Boogie a question?
Sure.
What?
All right. How old's your girlfriend?
20.
20. Okay.
She's
When
an
I
adult.
was,
I will send you her ID, Tommy.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do
You
that.
not.
I will send you her ID. So instantly, he's willing to show her his girlfriend, excuse me. He's willing to show his girlfriend's private identifying documents immediately. Okay. There's one thing. What else is there here? Oh, yeah. This whole fucking scenario where he's getting called lazy because of his blood pressure. He didn't care about his privacy here. He didn't care about respecting the privacy of his blood pressure.
Yeah, you can go play Pokemon Go, but you can't mow your lawn, huh?
Yeah, motherfucker. 180-degree weather with a blood pressure of 200 over 90.
Call.
You want this motherfucker out in the 100-degree weather? You want somebody with 185 over 120 blood pressure? Motherfucker.
Here he gets to be the biggest victim of all time, so he's going to do it. He gets to be the biggest victim ever, so he's going to show his blood pressure. Here he is leaking more shit. Here he is leaking more shit. Right? Oh, here's this too, yeah. Goes through his girlfriend's phone. When his girlfriend was getting accused of cheating, he's willing to show his girlfriend's phone on stream.
You wouldn't cheat. Tell these people you wouldn't cheat.
No. Wait, why don't we just look at the messages?
Bring me your phone. Let's look at your Instagram message. There's literally no messages here.
He changed he changed the setting to that. A pizza.
Oh, there it is. Didn't even think twice about it. Didn't even think twice about immediately showing her fucking message. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care if she wants this to be private. Immediately willing to show this. Showing his fucking blood pressure. I mean, everything he'll do. Showing his ID, his girlfriend's ID. Everything he'll do except show his fucking diagnosis. That's the one thing he will not do. The one thing he'll not do. I'm not used to this level of scrutiny. I mean, yeah. this guy's lost. He's lost. Isn't he like 60? He spurs it like a child. Yeah, he's like 50 actually, but yeah, basically. Bro, he filmed that naked scene with her in the hot tub. Yeah, and then apparently just got naked on stream later too. I thought he was offered 1 million at one point. I don't know if it went up to 1 million, but it definitely got to like 80,000, 85,000 fucking viewers. Or fucking, not viewers, excuse me, dollars to show it. Boogie's 50 years old and accomplished absolutely nothing in life. Yeah, no, he hasn't. Well, here's the thing. I mean, he has, but he's thrown it all away. That's the thing. Everything he's accomplished in life, he's chosen to throw away for no reason. Isn't the reveal fund up to 85,000 now? Yeah, it actually is. It's so fucking insane. I don't even know how it's. I don't even know how it's possible, man. This guy's shit is just over. Well, honestly, y'all, I think I'm just gonna make a video on this. I'm gonna shut off the stream and just record some of the talking points or whatever. Post a video tonight, because I've reviewed kind of what I want to review on stream anyway. So I think I'm just gonna wrap it up. Let me see if someone's live, dude. Let me send my 40 viewers over to someone if anyone's live. Dude, Penguins is live, bro. No, no one's live anyway. So I'm gonna I'm in the stream. I'm gonna just go record real quick, post this shit. Now I know everything that happened. So I'm gonna record a video now. Done my research. Fuck this shit. Boogie L. GG good stream. Thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate all the messages and stuff. I'll see you guys later tonight, tomorrow. Peace.